right, what's up, everybody? This is Ostin, back at you with another episode of the Book of Ostin, Life of Detours podcast. I have my good friend Lauren Mleczko.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, yeah?
Kind of.
It's a badass Polish last name, and I
is.
know I just butchered it. Can you give it to me one time?
Mleczko.
Mleczko.
Yeah.
God, that's cool, though.
It is.
Nice. So, Polish?
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay, we'll get to that. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
You want to know what it means?
Yes.
Milk
Milk.
in Polish.
Was your family, like, on a dairy farm or something, you think?
Possibly.
Have you done the 23andMe yet or whatever?
I have actually. Not a whole lot popped up.
Really?
I mean, I'm Polish. I'm Italian. I'm Irish on my mom's side. Her maiden name was McDougall.
Oh,
so
right.
it's like Scottish Irish.
Yeah.
I'm like 1% African American.
Really?
Yeah.
What? I can see it now.
Yeah.
That's dope, dude. I'd like to say. I seriously doubt, considering that. So my grandma's twin sister did it, and she didn't have any. So I doubt. Unless there's some on my dad's side, but I think they were Native American going back pretty far. And apparently he's a descendant of Jesse James, which was like his big thing. Like he was super into it. But my grandma on that side's maiden name is James. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesse James in the house.
Hell yeah, let's do this, bro. All right, so let's go ahead and start off by go ahead and... So, actually, before we even started the pod, I tried to start, and I fucking reached over there and just immediately knocked over my fireball.
He's immediately cut off.
Yeah, I'm drunk, guys. Sorry. No, but there's fireball all over the table. It's very sticky, and it smells kind of good, though. Yeah.
It's cinnamon.
Yeah, it can't be too bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, like, towards the end, like, once we have a couple, I'll be like, no, dude.
Yeah.
But for now, let's go ahead and take these. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yo. Nice.
Go Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm really excited we're doing a...
That's a bigger shot than you give me at Boomer Jacks.
Yeah, that's a double shot right there.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll do those kind of sparingly.
Yes, please.
But speaking of the Cowboys, we're doing me, Jesse, I want to get Ben on there. So me and Joel are like the two kind of like hosting it. It'll be on my podcast, but Joel will be like my co-host, and we're going to do a kind of a fantasy football wrap-up, a playoffs wrap-up, and then we're going to get Jesse, and I want to get Ben on there, and he's got a couple of guys he wants to call in and stuff. So we're going to do like a big-ass like football podcast coming up next week, so.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to do it on Sunday right after the Cowboys and...
San Fran?
Yes, dude. Oh, man.
Yeah.
If we can shut down McCaffrey, we're good. Yeah.
I'm worried.
I'm worried too, man.
I think the only benefit that we have is because he is a rookie quarterback, so...
Yes, but he doesn't play like a rookie
quarterback.
quarterback.
He doesn't.
Yeah, and he has fucking weapons all over the place, dude. But we also have, like... Are we the number one defense in the league still, or where are we at? We're up there. We're fucking killing it. Yeah, we just shut down Tom Brady pretty fucking hardcore, so...
Let's not talk about the kicker, though, okay?
Bro, if you have any kicking experience and you live in the DFW area, head on down head up to the Star, probably, to go hit the practice field and just show them what you can do. You'll probably get the job.
Yeah.
Because that was fucking awful, dude. Dude, on that one, they didn't even let him kick that field goal. Like, they told him to go sit his ass down, and then they threw a touchdown.
I know. I was like, is it windy there? Or, I mean,
I don't know.
Is there a reason why he's missing them?
I don't know. That was 5 in a row at that point. So, I think he's just in his head at this point.
There's a lot of pressure.
Hell yeah. Like, you sit around the whole game just waiting for that. And then if you fuck it up once, like... Then you got to do it again, and you're like, well, I can't fuck it up this time. Then you fuck it up again, and then you got to do it the third time. You're like, well, seriously, I really can't fuck it up this time.
And
then he fucks it up again, and then they put him on a fourth time.
It's like, why are we not running the ball? Why are we not trying to get the 2-point conversion?
Dude, we should have just went for the 2 points the whole time, dude.
Yeah. I mean, how many more times you got to miss it?
Yeah. I think after 3, I don't think I would have given him
I would have stopped after 2.
Yeah.
I would have
especially because he missed that field goal against the fucking Commanders too. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's not looking too good right now, man.
Hey guys, They might be having open auditions soon.
They should, yeah. Or we can, well, I guess free agency and all that stuff is over, so we're kind of fucked on that. Dak, just go kick it, bro. Fuck it.
I mean, I think Tom Brady's a free agent.
Ooh, there you go. You want to be a kicker for the last little bit of his career?
I think that's a downgrade from what he's normally used to.
Yeah, but I mean, he'd still be playing football.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
He tried the whole retire thing, didn't work out. He came back.
Yeah, dude. And I don't know if he's going to retire after that one. What's your take? What do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I think he probably was like at home with the kids and was like, fuck this. I want to go back to football.
Yeah, for real though, dude. Yeah. Yeah, there was a meme. It was like Tom Brady spent like 3 weeks with his kids and was like, I want to go get hit by 300-pound men again.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty rough. But I think he's physically able to do it. So I think he could, but it's like, at what point do you just kind of get tired of it, you know?
How old is he?
45.
Gotcha.
There's only 10 players on the entire Cowboys defense or Cowboys team that were born before he started playing or born after he started playing. Something like that.
Seriously?
Yeah. I think before he started playing. Like everybody's so young compared to him. Like he's 45, he's been playing for like 20 something years. These guys are like 22 coming into the league.
Okay,
you know?
who was he played I'm horrible with names. It'll come to me. He's in the Levi commercials, and he used to play for the Vikings, and he was
oh shit, no, Brett Favre.
There you go.
Yes,
he was pretty old. How old was he?
I want to say he went to like right at 40, probably.
Really?
40, 42, maybe.
He looks so much older.
Okay, let's look it up, bro.
He looks so much older.
Let's see. How old was Brett Favre when he retired? He was 41 years old.
Okay.
So he's got 4 years on Brett Favre. But Brett Favre went through a lot of shit, and he was addicted to pain pills and like all that shit. Like it was kind of a rough experience for him. Tom Brady's in like perfect shape, eats perfect, and like all that. So
he's also going through a divorce.
That's true. So I think that's going to play a factor into what he decides. Maybe he'll just fucking quit and go get his family back,
or just live that single life.
That's true, bro. Can you imagine Tom Brady as a free agent?
No,
he would be tearing it up, man.
Well, do you remember when he won it wasn't last year. It was like 2 years back.
2 years ago, whenever he won the Super Bowl with
and then
the Bucs.
he got shit faced on the yacht.
Yes, and he threw the fucking trophy across the boats and stuff. That was so funny, man. I honestly gained some respect for him at that point.
Like, just let the man live.
Yeah, dude, he's a fucking person too, man. He's allowed to get drunk and fuck shit up. He just won the Super Bowl. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants.
I mean, at that point, it was like 7, so he's done it in the past. So
he could throw that ring in the fucking river. He's like, I have plenty at this point.
He's like, yeah.
He has more Super Bowls than any team has. Like, it's fucking ridiculous at this point.
Yeah.
All right, but enough about football. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on over there with you, Lauren. So, I'm actually really excited to talk about this because you've been coming in, like, since I've worked there, you've been coming in. How long have you been coming into Boomers, dude?
Since you've been there.
Yeah, is it? Oh, shit, yeah.
I mean, I started working there in my young 20s. I think I was like 20.
Dude, I didn't know that you worked there.
Yeah.
What? That's wild.
So I worked at Boomer Jacks maybe whenever I was 21 or 22. Mm-hmm. And then I was there whenever like Matt Fee was working there.
Yeah, dude.
Preston was working there. I don't know if you know Preston.
I've heard of Preston.
You heard
but I don't
of
know him.
Okay.
Yeah. Is he still with the company?
No.
No, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so Preston was working there, and then
Whitney probably.
Whitney. Yeah. I ran into her today actually.
Yeah, she's back, dude.
I was like, when did you come back?
Yeah, fucks with her so heavy, dude.
Like, I know she was at, what was it? The one in Fort Worth.
Northwest Highway, I think, or something.
Well, there's Northwest Highway, and then there's the other one that's on Brian Irving.
Bro, they don't call them like the streets that they're on or anything. They have these. City View?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, that tracks.
Yeah, and then, I don't know if you know her, but she's in corporate. I think Danica?
Danica, I know the name, but I don't know her.
She's in corporate, I think, still. So she used to work there on Saturday nights.
Oh, shit, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like tied in a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm part of like the OG squad.
Right on, yeah. And you still come back for the deals, man?
Well, you're not allowed to drink there. So as soon as I was done at Boomer Jacks, I went to 7th Street in Fort Worth. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, I can go up to Boomer Jacks and drink. we had 250 Eucalypts back in the day.
Oh yeah, dude. And then they went up to 3, and then they were like 350, and now they're 4 now, I think. Yeah, fucking, that's crazy, dude. Everything's just going up. It's so wild. But it's crazy because we still have the best deals, even with them being at 4. Like,
yeah,
that's so wild, man.
Still
like,
pretty
everything's
cheap.
so expensive, man.
Unless if
even
you go,
our wells are 4.
Unless if you go down to Chuggamunk and get the service industry.
Yes, and that is so clutch, dude. Yeah, I absolutely love that. That's really the only reason I go there, unfortunately. I love the bartenders and everybody there too, so that helps. But like the vibe there, sometimes
It's such a dive bar.
it's such a dive, and I do fuck with a good dive, but
Yeah.
you got to be in the mood for it, man.
Yeah, for sure. I think so. Back in the day, whenever I was like in my early 20s, I used to hate dive bars. I always wanted to go to 7th
bougie,
Street.
okay.
I just always wanted to go to 7th Street. I wanted something more lively, something that had more music and
Something to do, really. Yeah.
But now I'm just like, I just want to sit at a bar. Don't talk to me. Like, I
Yes,
just want to
dude.
chill.
I've kind of always been like that, but I've been drinking since I was like 14 or 15, so that's just I got over it before I was 21.
My mom knows this story, so if you're watching, sorry, you already know about this. You can't ground me.
Can't get mad. Yeah.
Can't get mad, Mom. But whenever I was 13, I snuck into Neon Moon in the stockyards.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I was staying the night at my sister's, my stepsister's, and I was like, I'm going over to my stepsister's to have a girls' night, like hang out with my bigger, like older sister, and she wanted to go out with her roommate, and
Right.
I looked just like her roommate. We had very similar attributes.
Right.
And so she gave me her expired ID, and I was like freaking out, like trying to remember, like,
You gotta know the fucking address on there and like the exact date of birth and like all that stuff. Yeah.
I was like trying to remember like the driver's license number.
Bro, they didn't even look twice, did they?
They didn't ask me. I'm thinking they're gonna like quiz me. And when's your birthday? What's the driver's license number?
Yeah.
When does this expire? Yeah.
Dude, no, I remember we used to go to whenever I might have still been 17 because I went to college. I was still 17 whenever I went to college, and no, I was 18 at this point. But I got this dude's CDL license, and he was like 35, and we went to this place called Disco in fucking Little Rock, and like they do the scan, so they didn't even look at it, and like the whole way up there, I'm like tripping because like it obviously doesn't look like me. Like it says he's like 35. I definitely look at the most 20, maybe
35?
if I had if I like fully grew my hair out and shit, dude. And like,
At
and it was a
least-
CDL license. Like it
Yeah.
was bad, dude. But they just scanned it and fucking they're like, go ahead.
35? Seriously? Okay, so at least hers was like 21.
Oh, dope. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you totally could have pulled that off.
Yeah.
Wait, but at 13 though?
Well, my sister like did my makeup and dressed me up and everything.
okay.
And back then, I think
Were you as tall as you are now? Because you're fairly tall for a girl, right?
I'm like 5'5".
Oh, okay. Maybe you just look taller than you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You carry yourself well. You know.
Thank you. So I want to say, so they did my makeup and they dressed me up or whatever. And back then, I want to say it was like 2003. And she like had me like wear a fedora because I was like in back
Oh,
then.
yeah,
I was like
dude.
trying to remember what year those were like popular.
Okay.
And so
Like
that
the
kind
fedora with the swoop hair kind of deal, or what?
No, just like a fedora to just kind of like hide my face a little bit. You know how like the young girls used to wear them, like
Yeah.
Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera.
And then they'd have like a tie that wasn't connected to anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't go that route that night though.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably for the best, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that was only in for so long.
Yeah. Dude, the fedora kind of came and went, man.
It
Well,
did.
there actually there are old dudes that I know that can rock fedora. But-
Still?
Yeah.
Like today?
Yeah. The old dudes, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can see
It's
that.
the only people I can really see it on, though.
You know who I can definitely see rocking a fedora?
Tom Brady.
Yes. I think he has worn one recently though, which is
Yeah, he did in one of his. Yeah, dude.
He
He's an old
did.
man, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was thinking more like Pops, who goes to.
Dude, yeah.
I can see him wearing like a
Yeah.
fedora. He just has that old man swagger to him.
Yep. He'd have to, like, if he dressed up.
Exactly.
He'd have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not what he normally wears.
No, Pops is always fucking in his fatigues, bro. Always chilling.
Like ball cap, t-shirt,
Yep. Jeans, probably.
Jeans, like some scruffy jeans.
And he's holding down the bar in the morning. What I like about Pops is he comes in the morning. He'll hang out for like 3-4 hours, and then he'll leave, go do whatever the fuck Pops does. Goes and works, I guess.
No, he goes home, and so, because I've spoken to him a few times. So he goes home, takes a nap. I think he smokes some weed, and then takes a nap. I don't know what order it goes in.
Yeah.
But, and then he comes back for round 2.
Yeah, he always comes back for round 2 at the night, dude. That's so funny. He would have to go home and smoke some weed, take a nap. Yeah. Pops is cool, man. I like that dude. He doesn't really sit with me anymore, though, because he's gotten pretty tight with some of the other bartenders while I was gone and shit. And because, like, during the summer, they were blasting the main bar with that fucking air conditioner, and he just couldn't sit over there because it was freezing balls over there all the time.
Oh, they weren't doing that today. It was hot.
Yeah. Dude, there were so many fucking regulars that just stopped going to the main bar because of that, though. Like, whenever they did the remodel, they put in, like, the craziest air conditioning system. Like, it's literally a giant, like, pipe system that goes over the top of the building with holes drilled in the sides of it. And it just absolutely blasts air. It works, though. It works really, really well. But if you're behind that bar, you're, in the summer, you have to wear a jacket.
Yeah, I think I remember, I always saw you guys wearing jackets behind the bar, and I'm like, it's 107 degrees out. Like, what are y'all doing?
Dude, it's like 65 in here, and then fucking Cher's walking around having her heat flashes.
She had one today.
Did she? Oh, God. Poor Cher, man. Oh, God.
No, she made a comment. She made a funny comment because I was taking my hoodie off because I was, like, hot. And she just, like, made a funny comment. She was like, yeah,
you having
I
heat
get
flashes,
it.
too?
Oh, well, they had the heaters on.
Weird. It was, like, fucking almost 80 degrees today.
I know.
Weird.
Well, like, I had the hoodie on, and because when I left the house earlier today, it was kind of, like, mild out. It wasn't that bad. And then I got to Boomer Jack's to have lunch, and I was getting really hot, so I took my hoodie off, and she kind of made a funny joke and was like, yeah, I've been there numerous times.
Yeah. So what all did you do today? You did...
I went and got my nails done, and I went and looked at like coffee tables and stuff for my new apartment.
Oh, grown-up shit, right on.
Yeah. And then I went home and had dinner with my parents, and then they made like some... Yeah. Made some bomb-ass... it's called an egg roll bowl. So instead of rolling up what you would normally put,
like all the cabbage and like carrots and stuff like that, yeah.
So it was ginger, green onion, cabbage, ground turkey, and it was just over rice.
Yeah.
And then I put like soy sauce and sriracha on my stuff because I like everything spicy.
Yep.
But instead of like rolling it up in that, what is it?
I don't know. It's like it's like that weird see-through paper shit I was talking about, though.
Well, there's spring rolls that are through the see-through paper, but I guess it's
seaweed wrap.
No, anyways.
Yeah,
so we didn't roll it up and deep fry it. It was more of a healthier dish.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, Kristen makes those, and they're freaking awesome, dude. And we have this like Japanese barbecue sauce in the fridge, and it's fucking fire, dude. I put it on everything. Dude.
Japanese barbecue sauce?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I'll show it to you before you leave.
I was going to say, what's the brand? I need to know this.
It's got like a fucking octopus on it or something. I don't know.
An octopus?
It's a weird, because it's like a healthy, or relatively healthy for any sauce that you get. Like there's no sauce that's like super healthy for you, but it's one of the better ones, I guess.
So like no GMOs, like no...
Yeah, I guess it probably doesn't have like high fructose corn syrup and shit in it, you know. That's the main one that you try to avoid, you know. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, since I started dating Kristen, like I look at labels so much differently, dude. It sucks, but it's like it's really good for me too, you know. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but shopping's weird.
Pause. Hold on. That caught my eye.
Oh, nice. Where's that fucking remote at? Hold up. Here, I'm gonna go grab a drink while we do this, and why don't you tell the people a little bit more about? Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, what do you got going on, dude? So actually, I was gonna ask you. So you're not in the services industry anymore? I
was. So like on the weekends I was bartending at a bar in Arlington, but then it got bought out by like a barbecue place. But I was only like subbing in like here and there. I wasn't really, on the schedule. I would just like pick up, and it was just like extra cash. It was like a little dive bar. It was really great. But then it got bought out, so. I'm gonna be discreet because I think it got bought out for some other reasons. Yeah. I think the manager slash owner that I was under was not doing such a good job at managing and owning it.
Which tends to happen actually quite a bit. The service industry is kind of notorious for people just kind of hopping in and like starting restaurants and not knowing what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, there's been a lot of those in the Arlington area, actually.
Oh, really?
Well, when you go down off Abrams, like by Jay Gilligan's and all that, there's a restaurant over there that got bought out. It's like a hamburger place, and for the life of me, I can't think of the name of it right now. Some people came in, bought it, and I just heard from a few friends that it's getting bought out by somebody else.
Really? Like, how long did that take?
I think the owners, they're from California, and they came in and, bought the place, and then I think it lasted maybe a year.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, I think one of the owners was just like giving away free stuff all the time, and you can't really do that when you're trying to run a business.
Yeah, not in this market too. Like it's pretty rough out here, honestly.
Yeah, I think he was giving away a lot of their merch, like a lot of their T-shirts and stuff like that, and that's like your,
that's your extra shit. Like that's what gets you bonuses and shit. Like keeps it afloat sometimes, man. Honestly. Yeah. So
and they would do like trivia night and stuff up there, and that was always fun. But I mean, like it's right next to UTA, which is like a college town, so like the kids would love it.
Yeah.
Like they would go in and they would do like half price burgers and stuff. But then once the California people came in and bought that out, they stopped doing all of that. So it's like you're not really catering to your market. Like what are you doing?
You can't be that close to UTA and like not have deals because they're fucking college kids, dude.
I mean, they would still do like the trivia night, but they would go away with the like deals and stuff, and it's like
that's the big seller. That's what Boomerjacks makes their fucking money on, dude.
It's like these are college kids that are broke. Like
that's why Cartel Taco is killing it so hard, dude.
Yeah,
with those $1.50 tacos or something.
The street tacos.
Yeah,
I love them so much.
Yeah, we used to. Me and Kristen would go over to the Dino rock climbing place over there, and then on Wednesdays, and then we'd go over and we'd have I'd have a couple of beers and we'd have some tacos and stuff, dude, and it was fucking fantastic.
What's your favorite taco over there?
Well, I've only ever had the street tacos.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I know they have a lot going on though.
You got to try some of the other ones.
Yeah, because they're like huge tacos too.
Yeah, my favorite one, I think it's like the number 6. Mm-hmm. It's the mahi.
Oh, right on. Okay, yeah, interesting.
But they have some other ones. Like there's one where it's like a rotisserie chicken with like mac and cheese, and it's like a heart attack waiting to happen. But it's so good.
Put mac and cheese on a taco?
Yeah, they throw a lot of shit on their tacos.
Hey, it's the cartel, bro. They do whatever they want.
They do.
Tell them to stop. I wish you would.
Yeah, no.
Fuck it. But yeah, so you're not in the industry anymore. You said that was your last job? Was the barbecue place?
It got turned into a barbecue place. It was a dive bar that had been around since Chris was like
a kid,
in his 20s. Like whenever he was like early 20s. Mm-hmm. He used to go there all the time.
Damn, yeah.
But that was whenever it was, lively and more popular, and but the business had went downhill, and like nobody really knows about it anymore because it's kind of like tucked away in the corner, and it's not on like the main strip. And now that you have J. Gill's, Grease Monkey, Cartel, all these other bars popping up, it's like
you got to compete, man. It doesn't work. Yeah, you can't have a little greasy dive bar over there anymore.
But I've always been in the service industry. I've always loved it. But yeah.
But so what do you do now?
I'm a leasing consultant.
Ooh, right on.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm in sales.
Close by or?
Las Colinas out.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So it's Amley and over in Las Colinas, and Yeah, they're really nice apartment complex. So if anybody's looking for an apartment.
Yeah, hit up your girl over here, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Do y'all have 3-bedroom apartments?
We don't. It's like studios,
Like
1 bedrooms, and 2
impossible.
bedrooms.
Oh,
Our sister property has 3 bedrooms, so we don't.
Oh, interesting. Okay. At this point, so we're about to move out here in March, and we're looking for a house now. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to go because the market right now, the prices are so high.
and it's so similar. Like you can get a whole house for like $100 less a month.
Yeah,
it's
like
crazy.
our 2 bedrooms right now are going for like our cheapest 2 bedroom right now is $2,100.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at 3-bedroom houses for like 18, 19. So,
Yeah, I mean, but you can find
which still sounds like a lot. That is a lot, But
it's just the market right now.
yeah, there's
it's
nothing to be
crazy.
done about it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, because people are coming in and they're, especially that I've seen in Arlington recently, they've come in, built condos, and which makes the property value go up. So
Yeah.
because of everything around it, and then of course,
Yeah, and everything's like they're just building so much, and like all these people moving from California that have like this stupid money that they're just coming over here, and like it's cheaper than living in California, so they can jack up the prices as much as they want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say during COVID, our prices were actually at a reasonable price, but that's because the market at that time
Kind of crashed out.
it was like tanking because of COVID, and everybody was in a pandemic. No, like businesses were shutting down. Like nobody was really doing anything. So I mean,
I wonder if that's why we got this place like relatively cheap. We pay like 14 something here. So
when did you get it?
2 years ago, so like right after COVID. Yeah, it was like the March after COVID, so like a year after.
Yeah, at that point in time, the market was still kind of recovering. So possibly.
Yeah, which actually whenever we got it, it was only like 13.25 or something like that. It's gone up since. So yeah,
Or a 2-bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
not bad,
legit.
right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah.
We got a fucking fireplace over here. We got like 2 pools and like all this stuff. Dude.
Oh God, don't tell me about the fireplace. Chris loved our fire. It'd be like 75 degrees out. And he'd be like, let's make a fire.
We
I'm
should
like,
make a fire, dude.
And
You
I'm
want to make a
like-
fire right now?
no, it's hot. But yeah, so
I'll
Chris
make
would
a fire
always,
for no reason, bro.
Chris too. Jackson would call him the fire starter.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And every time I would get home, it'd be like 75, almost 80 degrees, and he would like have a fire going. And I'm like,
What are you doing, dude?
like what are we
You're
doing
wasting
here?
wood, bro. I mean, I love a good fire, but at a certain point, you're wasting wood. Yeah. But they're nice, though.
They are nice. And we had a 2-bedroom, 2-balcony apartment with a fireplace. And I think we got it for like $1,200.
Oh, nice, dude. Here
Now-
in Arlington or where?
Yeah, right up the street.
Interesting.
On
That's
the-
what's up.
Yeah, on the corner of Brown and Baird Farm.
Oh, okay. I remember because you guys had the pools over there. Did y'all have volleyball at the pool or something like that? Because I remember James talking about going to y'all's apartment for the pool or something like that.
Maybe at Midtown.
Maybe.
But that was years ago.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been like in the last like 2 years or so, probably. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a crazy person.
I'm just trying to think of like a time frame currently.
Did y'all had a pool?
We
at
had
your
2
place,
pools
huh?
at that apartment complex, but I'm trying to remember if we ever tried to get a volleyball tournament going, because that's always been like the big thing in the summertime.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And James is always trying to do some shit, man.
Yeah.
Either like a float trip or just get fucked up, somewhere.
Lake, float.
Yes, dude, that dude does the most. Or he's fucking out there like smoking meat on his fucking balcony or something. He's always doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have yet to try his meat that this sounds I can't say this without
You've
it.
yet to try his meat? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's pretty great.
Then his recipes that
There you
he makes in the
His
smoker.
rubs. Yeah.
Either way I say it,
Yeah,
it sounds
just-
horrible.
It gets bad. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
so
dope. Yeah. I wonder if the people that made this like knew what they were doing.
Probably.
Like you got to put this rub on this meat, and it's gonna be like smoky and nice,
But yeah, he always talks about all of his recipes that he makes in his smoker. You know what? I think there was one time we were all at his apartment complex when he had recently moved in, and it was me, Ashlyn, Tatum, and James, and I think he had smoked something. I think he brought it down. I think I might have.
You might have tried it?
I might have tried
Pretty
it.
drunk at this point?
Not too bad. But whenever you're like in the sun and like day drinking, you just get tired.
Yeah,
you don't even get drunk. You're just like exhausted.
Yeah,
at that
that's
point.
why float trips are fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you'll be out there with no sunscreen on and shit, dude, and like just be drinking like crazy. Hold on, let me fix that shit again real quick. Ugh.
Talking about no sunscreen, I went to Cancun one time. It was for Valentine's Day, and me and Chris were going on an excursion. Mm-hmm. And so we've gone to Cancun previously before this.
Right.
And first excursion we went on, it was okay. It was a snorkeling trip, and he didn't really enjoy it too much. But I mean, snorkeling, you can only do it for so long, and then it kind of gets you're
honestly tired at a certain point. Yeah,
you're just tired, and if you're not really looking at anything other than just coral, it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
I want to see a sea turtle. I want to
yeah, see some cool fish, like a puffer fish or some shit.
Like, where's Finding Nemo?
Yeah, like, dude. Yeah, there you go. Got to go in the anemones. For that.
I know. That movie lied. It's not like that.
They're not just everywhere like that, bro. People come around and they kind of hide, probably.
Yeah. But we went on a catamaran, and we didn't really know. I mean, we knew it had an open bar, and we knew that, there is snorkeling, and it's optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, and there's like certain stops along the way.
Hold on, what's a catamaran?
It's just a boat that you go on, and they serve you lunch, and there's like an open bar, and you can go snorkeling. That's what I did. Yeah. And then they did the paddle things.
Oh, paddle boards?
Paddle boards.
Dope.
Thank you. Yeah. I was like, it's like a surfboard, but you stand on it.
If you can, yes.
Yeah, if you can. If you're not good at it, you're following it. You're following it. But so that was the thing, and then like they take you to an island, and Chris wasn't feeling good. I don't know what was wrong with him. I don't know if he drank the water. You're not supposed to drink the water in Mexico, apparently.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about like from the tap, not even like the seawater, right?
Yeah. So we land, and he's not feeling too good, and so the next day he's not feeling too good. But I was like, I paid for the excursion. Let's go. Like, you'll feel better. And he was like,
yeah, just get moving around. You'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, like get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
And I was asking if he had like sunscreen, and he was like, no, I didn't bring sunscreen. So I was like, well, shit, let me go down to the lobby.
The whitest dude didn't bring sunscreen.
Neither one of us, thought about it. All we cared about was we're going to be at
You're
this.
Polish and Irish, and you didn't bring any fucking sunscreen either.
Yeah. So I'm like thinking, I mean, all we cared about was getting to the resort and drinking till all hours of the night. We didn't give a shit.
Yep.
That's all we cared.
Event, yeah.
Yeah, like, cool. We're going to go on a catamaran and drink. Cool. So I was like, okay, let me run down to the lobby really quickly and grab some sunscreen. I mean, it can't be that expensive.
Right.
It's expensive in Mexico.
$30 probably.
She tried to charge me $25
for a fucking thing of sunscreen that you can get for like $5.
It wasn't even like organic sunscreen. It was like the shit you would get at Walmart.
Yeah, Jesus. Dude.
Like what is the one in the starts with a B?
Banana boat.
Banana boat.
Yeah.
That's what they had there, and they were trying to charge $25.
Jeez, dude.
So I went up to the counter. I said, trying to haggle with this lady as if it was like a golden egg or something. Yeah. And I'm like,
we really need some sunscreen, but I'm not paying $25 for it. So what are we gonna do here?
I said, listen, I'll give you like $10
to just look the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like 25, and at first I was like, American money or pesos?
Yeah, right.
Because they would put like the cost in pesos, and then you would have to go ask and see how much it would be in American money. And she was like, no, American money. And I was like, you got me fucked up.
Dude, yeah.
Like, no. So I was like, I will give you $10 right now.
Yeah.
And just be done with it. And she was like, she was putting her foot down. So I was like,
she was okay. On a power trip, bro.
Yeah. And at this point, we're trying to get to the shuttle. The shuttle is about to show up to take us to our catamaran. And so I'm like, I don't have time for this. We're just going to raw dog it. We're just going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And so we get on the shuttle and we get to the dock and we don't have any towels.
Oh, what?
We didn't think to bring towels.
Shit.
So then we rented towels from the dock, which I think cost us like maybe $5 or $10 for the 2 towels.
Less than the sunscreen.
Yeah. Goes to show where, you know.
Yeah, where their priorities are.
So then we get on the boat, and then so I go snorkeling. It was amazing. He stayed on the boat, drank his margaritas, and had his lunch. And then we stopped off at the island, and we were like paddle boating before we like dropped anchor and like actually went to the island. But then when we got to the island, and everybody's like has their purses and their wallets and everything. And me and Chris were thinking, well, we're going to be on a boat all day. Why would we need any of this?
Yeah, right.
No, you'd need it. Because you'd go.
Yeah.
So from the jump, it's like.
Yeah, you guys are just totally unprepared.
Unprepared. And then our first excursion, it was kind of the same thing. I'm like, we're just not going to be doing excursions anymore. We're just not good at it.
We don't know what we're doing.
We don't know what we're doing. We didn't get a pamphlet.
Vets.
Yeah. We didn't get a pamphlet. We didn't get any. There wasn't a rule book.
This wasn't in the itinerary.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was a fun experience, and it's a memory that I'll always remember.
So you got super sunburned, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Super sunburned, and then you needed money for something at some point?
So luckily, Chris, as he was smart, he actually had Apple Pay or his debit card on his phone. So we were like, oh, we just got to find a restaurant who takes this. And I'm thinking, it's Mexico. It's Cancun.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But
it's also like that would be the only place maybe that you would
possibly
be able to find it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we found a restaurant on the beach. We just went and walked around the island, went sightseeing. It was a fun experience. And then we found a restaurant on the beach. And then who took Apple Pay?
Yeah.
Surprisingly. And then what was funny, though, is when you got off, you go through like a liquor store and they're like, hey, they're just like feeding you tequila shots. I was like, we can always go back to the liquor store and get the free shots.
Hell yeah, dude.
And
That's
just
what
hang
I'm
out there.
about. Yeah, dude.
I mean, we have no money, so what are we going to do?
They just want you to try them all or what? It's like free samples?
Yeah. So like, when you go into a liquor store here at like Specs, so you have those promo girls that are like,
They'll be at like a little booth, dude.
Yeah. So I was like joking, and I was like, can I always go back to like the liquor store and do all the free samples and just chill in there until the boat tells us, that we need to get back on.
Yeah, that sounds super chill, actually.
Yeah, it was fun, but definitely an experience.
Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy, actually. Yeah.
I was like, can we not just chill on the boat? We paid for an open bar. So.
Yeah, right, dude. Did they not let you chill on the boat or
well,
what?
I mean, I don't think they cared. We didn't really think about it, but they were like, They
You're
gave us
want to go out and look around, Yeah.
They gave us like an hour and a half. I think it was like an hour and a half or 2 hours on the island, and that's why me and Chris were like, shit, like what are we gonna do?
Yeah, we can't just sit here for 2 hours. Yeah, baking in the sun.
We've already baked enough.
Yeah, dude. So Cancun was a smashing success. It sounds like.
Yeah, we went for Valentine's Day and then Super Bowl. Because it was the same weekend.
Yeah.
Because last year they had that like extra.
Yeah, that extra week or whatever.
Week or something. So it fell on Valentine's weekend.
Nice, dude. Oh wow! So y'all got to watch the Super Bowl over there
in Cancun. Yeah.
What?
When I booked it, I didn't think of it. I was thinking like we're going to Cancun for Valentine's Day. And
you're gonna be totally separate from everything American,
And then he found out that Super Bowl was that same weekend. He was like, is there any way we can cancel? I was like, we're not going to cancel it. We can watch it.
You wanted to cancel to watch the game? Fucking Chris. God damn, that's funny.
It is funny. But he's a diehard sports fan.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm just like the first time we went to Cancun together, he left me it was Sunday, and I was at the pool, and he left me, and he was like, the Cowboys are playing, I gotta go.
Yes,
he went into the lobby to watch the game as I sat at the pool bar. I was like, okay, have fun.
That's my fucking boy right there, dude. You gotta go check out the boys. No matter what's going on, even if they're sucking, whatever the fuck's going on, dude, honestly, before last night's game, I was like, dude, if they don't show me something, like, I honestly don't know, because I've been a fan for 26 years, bro.
Yeah.
And those 26 years, we're not the best. We're not their best. And like at this point, it didn't really seem like they were even really wanting to fucking play. But then I saw them last night, dude, and like it was last night, and like they fucking put some heart into it. So I'm back, guys. Yeah, like my resolve wavered for a second, but I'm back with you, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean some people grew up went like in the early 90s, and some people grew up just thinking they just won Super Bowls.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and then no, like this.
So I was born in 96, and I think their last one was in 95, right? Was it 95 or 96 that they won their last one?
I think it was 96.
Yeah. So that was the year that they won their last one. And then since then, I mean, basically nothing. And I actually grew up so I grew up in Arkansas for most of it, but part of it was I lived in Kansas, and I remember everybody being fucking Chiefs fans. And I was like, why are y'all Chiefs fans, dude? They suck, like, all the time. And like, now it makes sense, Yeah.
So you grew up in Kansas?
Partly, yeah. So I was actually born in Wichita. I was there for like a year or two whenever I was a baby. We moved to Arkansas for a couple of years, and then we went back whenever I was like 4 or 5 till I was like 7. So for like 2 or 3 years, yeah.
How did you become a Cowboys fan?
My dad was a Cowboys fan. He's from Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So he was always watching the Cowboys play.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got indoctrinated. Yeah.
So I was born in 1990. So that's showing my age, guys.
Yeah.
But so I never really got to witness like the Cowboys because I was a baby. Like win anything.
Yeah.
So
we had heard about it, Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've heard about it.
We've all fucking heard about it.
Never got to witness it though.
Yep.
But hopefully.
Hey, so check this out. I saw some weird stat. They're always doing these fucking weird stats.
Okay, now. I think I know what you're talking about.
So they lost the first game.
Are you talking about the 2-4-2-4?
2-4-2-4 thing.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So they lose a game, win 2, lose a game, win 4, lose a game, win 2, lose a game, win 4.
Yeah.
Then they lost the last game.
And we're gonna.
Yeah. So they lost another game, and then they won 2, and then they lost to Washington. So if we win 4.
Exactly.
Super Bowl, baby. Let's do it.
I heard that too. I heard about the 2-4.
If they play like they did last night, I don't see any fucking reason why we would not win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because I heard that somebody was like talking about how they believe in patterns and numbers, and they were like, and they broke it down. And I said, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll fucking see, man. I'm definitely down with it. Let's go get it, bro. I want to get like a Super Bowl fucking shirt or something, bro. Like you can't buy a 96 fucking Cowboys.
You could.
I mean, I could, but it's like we're talking about old shit at that point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where is the Super Bowl this year?
Ooh, that's a good question. Hold on.
Is it? I was gonna say the Raiders, but I think that might have been last year. Actually, no. Last year was in L.A.
State Farm Stadium in Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah. Interesting.
Have
That'll be good.
Was last year's at the Raiders?
No, last year I want to say was at SoFi Stadium, the new one in California.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah, because I think the Rams got home field on that one. Because the year before, the Bucks had home field because they played at Tampa Bay, which fucking, it never happens, dude. And like you never get to play the Super Bowl in your home stadium, and then that happened, and then the next year it happened again.
Yeah, because normally it's whoever that I've witnessed, correct me if I'm wrong, it's whoever has the newest stadium is where the Super Bowl.
Oh, right on.
Because when we built our stadium, it was the newest one when Green Bay was here.
Yeah.
And then I think the Raiders stadium.
They just built one, yeah.
In L.A. Was there ever a Super Bowl I'm sorry, not in L.A.
Vegas.
In Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
I was thinking of the abbreviation.
No, I don't think they've done one there. Yeah, because they just finished it, last year?
That would make sense. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe they'll do it next year. I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah. All right, so I think we should go ahead and take a break, and let's grab another drink, and we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about your earlier years and stuff, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Take it back a little bit, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, old school.
Are you excited or are you nervous right now?
No. I have nothing to hide.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, dope.
Nothing to hide.
Yeah. Boom. Let's fucking do this, bro. All right, guys. We'll be back here in, I don't know. For you, it'll be like 30 seconds, probably. All right, bye. All right, and we're back. So, we're going to go ahead and, do you want to take these fireball shots?
Yeah, I'm going to move this. I feel like, oh, by the way, Topo Chico.
Sponsored by Topo Chico.
Yeah, and Fireball.
Yeah.
And Deep Ellum's.
I swear.
So many plugs
Somebody
right now.
fucking sponsor us over here, dude.
So many plugs.
Yeah, actually, on my my original mic that I had, my little shitty USB mic that I had, which I love, I still have it. I had a Topo Chico sticker on it, and I was like, they're never going to send me like a cease and desist letter because they're never going to fucking hear it. But like, if they did, I'd be like, well, you heard it, so you know that's a plus for me.
Yeah,
so I'll take it off there. I'll fucking go in there and like scrub it out or something.
Have you seen like the Instagram? What are they called? I don't know what they're called. They're like the people on Instagram, and like they're not models, but they're
what do you call them?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm terrible.
But I know. I can't. It escaped my head just now.
Yeah.
But anyways, they
influencers, I guess.
Influencers. Thank you.
Yeah.
But they'll do like plugs and stuff, and then they'll like get like shipments from them, and they'll show like what they got from them.
Yeah.
On like their podcasts or on their TikToks or on whatever channel that
Topo
they're on.
Chico, fucking hook me up, bro. Yeah.
We like Topo Chico.
Now, what I need to do is I need to get in with one of these local like breweries or something, or even Deep Ellum vodka would be dope. I don't give a fuck. But and just have them like supply, you know, the drinks would be cool at the very least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, then I wouldn't be like losing money, which I mean, it's not like I spend a whole bunch or anything like that. But I mean, it'd be cool.
It would be
Definitely
cool.
Be down with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So guys, yeah, definitely do that. Yeah.
Plug.
Or Fireball would actually be a great sponsor. I don't really drink it that much, but like I would if they fucking sponsored me, bro.
I don't even know where they're based out of. It should say on the bottle.
Should absolutely say it somewhere on the bottle.
Is it Tennessee, Kentucky? It's a whiskey. Watch it be Texas.
I swear to God, this sounds like some, or Florida. With a fiery cake, it tastes like heaven burns hell. What happens next? It's up to you.
Wait, does it say something funny on the back?
Yeah,
I've
it says,
never read the back of a Fireball bottle.
It says ignite the night, NITE. What you have here is smooth whiskey with a fiery kick of red hot cinnamon. It tastes like heaven, burns like hell. What happens next is up to you.
You know how many bottles of Fireball that me and Chris have bought?
It is Kentucky.
It is Kentucky.
Frankfurt,
okay.
Kentucky.
Most whiskey is like Tennessee, Kentucky, over there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know I had a friend that bought his own barrel of Jameson. No, I'm sorry, Maker's Mark. And like him and his sister, like they branded it in like in a few years they could go and make like their own bottle and like dip the bottle and everything.
Dude, that's dope.
Yeah.
How much did that cost?
I don't know. I forgot to ask that.
That's super cool though, dude.
It's probably like the number one questions you should probably ask. Like, how much would that cost?
Like, how much would that cost? Like, how do I get into this? You know what I mean? Yeah. Damn, that's cool. I would love to have my own bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, they took a vacation to, I think, Tennessee, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Well, if it's a bourbon, it has to be made in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Maker's Mark a bourbon or a whiskey?
I want to say Maker's is, we should look it up because we'll be talking on my ass if not. Is Maker's Mark bourbon?
Bourbon, okay.
Well, hold on. Yeah, it is a bourbon, so it has to be made somewhere in Tennessee. There's rules about it. Like, it's whiskey if it's made anywhere, but it can't be bourbon unless it's made in a certain place in Tennessee somewhere.
I thought it had to do with if it was made of corn or wheat or rice or...
So it's...
What's the other one?
I don't know. Don't catch me lying on that. But
I
so
know
it's made in a certain area and it has to be coal filtered or something like that. And like there's certain things I tried. There was a podcast about whiskey that I tried to get into and it was pretty dry, bro. It It was a really dry podcast, but I was like into it for a minute, but like, dude, it's just like, I guess I'm not as into whiskey as I thought, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love drinking it, but like, I don't want to hear you fucking doing like taste tests and like talking about like how it's made and all that shit. Like, it's if you're into it, I'm not knocking you, but it's just not for me, bro.
Well, it's like the wine
like
people.
2-hour podcast about like one whiskey.
One whiskey? They don't go over multiple?
And he had a bunch of them, dude. Apparently, it's pretty popular.
I just figured if you're doing a podcast, you would be talking about multiple different.
No, he would talk about one on each. Yeah. And he would like compare it to others and like talk about like whether it's a bourbon or not and like all this different stuff. And like, yeah.
Yeah, there's like wine people out there.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Well, I forgot the name.
Sommelier.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, coming in clutch with the words.
I got you, bro. Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, sommelier, they can like smell it, know what fruits are in it, what region it came from, and it's like a really big like test that they have to take. And
yeah, dude, it's hard to become a sommelier, dude.
There's actually a Netflix series on how to like become that, and they came to Dallas, Texas, and I forgot what restaurant they were at, but
whoa,
yeah, it's like a big thing.
That's dope. Okay, right on. Yeah. All right. Well, we've put off taking these shots long enough. I think. Yeah, you're good. Went on a whole little rabbit hole there. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah. Just glad you didn't spill this one.
Oh, perfect comedic timing. Nice. Yeah, I will not spill any more Fireball on this table. Now, Deep Ellum Vodka, that's a different thing. Yeah, we should just say the names as many times as possible.
Exactly.
Just keep plugging.
I heard you say Topo Chico. Is it Topo Chico or Topo Chica?
That's an O. The O, the little swoop on the end.
I always said Topo Chica.
Oh, well, that's because you're a chica, bro. Yeah. If
But
you're drinking it. Yeah, hey, that's what I'm talking about. Wait, do I have that one?
I don't know. Do you?
Shit. I should probably turn the fucking volume up.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, I do have it. I can't believe I clicked the right button. I'm glad I did because I got some really obnoxious ones on here, dude. Okay, so we do need to take it back a little bit. So I want to hear more about your story. So let's take it like all the way back to, I'm just going to ask, just like generic ass questions. We're going to kind of go from there. So like, you're from DFW?
Yes.
Yes. So born, raised here.
Yes.
Have you lived anywhere else?
No.
No?
Nowhere else.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's dope. I actually, there's a lot of people around here like that. That's the crazy part. Like, people just don't leave.
Yeah. So, like, my mom and my dad, so I have a stepdad and a dad.
Yeah, right.
So, obviously.
Yeah, naturally. Yeah.
Obviously. So, didn't know if you knew how that worked.
Right, yeah. I'm glad you told me.
Yeah. So there's the birds and the bees.
Yes, right. And then there's the birds and the birds and the bees and the bees. And then there's the birds that used to be bees and the bees that used to be birds. I saw there was a meme earlier.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Absolutely ridiculous. And then it was the birds that still have their stinger or some shit. You're like
killing
that. It was ridiculous, dude. And he was Australian saying it. So it was the accent with him saying it was fucking hilarious, dude.
So anyways, my mom and my dad are from New Jersey, and they moved down here because my grandma and my grandfather, I'm trying to remember if my grandfather moved down here, and I guess my grandmother got sick, and so pretty much my mom and my dad, and sorry, Mom, if I'm butchering this story. Right. So pretty much my mom and my dad and like my aunts all moved down to kind of like help, I guess.
Support her, yeah.
I guess.
What, did she have, cancer? Or?
Well, yeah. So my, I think both my grandmothers had cancer. I know my mom, my grandmother had breast cancer. And then I think we called her Little Nanny. So we had Little Nanny and Big Nanny. Because one was small, the other one was big.
Right. Yeah.
Shocker. So anyways, they grew up in New Jersey, and then so they all moved down here. So pretty much like the only person that still lives up north was my Uncle Scott.
Right
and then he is actually retired in Maine. So in like a year from now, my parents are moving up to Maine.
Wow.
Yeah. And so
They've been here for 30-something years now?
yeah.
Wow.
And now they're going to venture off to Maine.
That's what's up. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So because my uncle retired up there, I think she's always wanted to live in Maine.
Yeah.
Like she's always vacationed in Maine. My grandfather was really big on like the national parks and everything. He wanted to be like a forest ranger. So they would always take like their vacations to national parks and stuff like that. And so one of the main ones that they used to go to all the time, I think, was Acadia National Park up in Maine. And so she just like, just fell in love with it. And so that's what she wants to do. She wants to move to Maine.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of good things about Maine, actually. Nick, the old bartender from Boomers, he's from Maine.
Oh, I remember him telling me that.
Yeah. He's a Yankee. Yeah.
Yeah. So they all moved down here, and then just kind of like stayed. And then, me and my brother were born. And then.
How old is your older brother or younger brother?
Older brother. He's a year and a half older than me.
Oh,
and
really?
then we lived in Dow Worthington Gardens for a little bit in a little farmhouse.
Right on.
And then.
This was before everything boomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We moved to Kennedale, and I started kindergarten in Kennedale and went from Kennedale all the way through high school.
Oh, right on.
In one school.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, like, I actually...
It's like unheard of around here.
Yeah, so, like, I still have, like, some friends that I'm still friends with from high school and stuff like that.
That you were friends with in, like, kindergarten and shit.
So, I do have two, like, best guy friends that I've known since I was, like, in kindergarten. Evan and Anthony Booer, shout out.
Hey, brothers?
Yeah, they're twins.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
Well, they're not, like, identical twins. They're...
Fraternal?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
But yeah, so like I grew up next to them. We were next door neighbors, went to kindergarten all the way through like high school together. And
you graduated from there too?
Yeah.
Whoa,
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't like bounce around a lot.
That's nice. I went to Mena whenever I was like Mena, Arkansas, whenever I was in like kindergarten, first grade, and then we went to Kansas for like 2 years, and then I went to Mena, and then I went my whole time through there.
Yeah, like I've heard people, like some of my friends, like they were, like their parents were military, and so that's all they did was like
jump around, or even whenever I was talking to James, he went to elementary school somewhere, then he went to middle school somewhere, then he went to private school for high school and shit, and like it's like there's so many schools around here to pick from, so they just kind of like pick and choose where they want you to go.
Yeah, but I think you have to be within like a certain district in order to go to those schools. So,
well, in this area, there's so many like on top of each other. So,
well, I know just in Arlington you have Lamar. Well, North Arlington you have Lamar, and you have Arlington High.
Yeah,
and then there's like I want to say there's like two others.
Yeah. There's that one right off of, that has their football stadium right off of, shit, what's that one? Brown? No, not Brown. The one that goes by the 7-Eleven on Collins. Oh, damn it.
That's Arlington High.
Is it? Oh, okay, dope. Yeah, that makes sense. It looked like a pretty big game whenever I drove by it. The one that crossed the street kind of from that Kroger on... What fucking street is that, dude?
Are you talking about... You're talking about Lamar then. Because it's... You have like that Kroger, and then it's right there on the corner across from like a CVS.
Yes.
That's Lamar.
Right. Yeah.
It's Lamar.
What fucking street is that? That's Lamar Boulevard. What? I'm dumb, dude.
Yeah.
Dumb.
I mean, I didn't mean to say yes that you're dumb. I just meant...
no, right. Yeah. No, you can say it. It's okay.
So, that's Lamar. I don't know. I think that might be Davis Street.
Yes, okay.
That comes all the way down.
Okay. That's that exit, the one before Lamar and shit, yeah.
Or it's either Davis or Fielder. But yeah, that's Lamar. It's Lamar Vikings. And then the one a little bit past UTA is Arlington High.
Okay,
it's like right across.
The one that fucks up all the traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a Subway, a Walgreens, and then there's like a little small pizzeria right there.
Right on. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
And then in South Arlington, you have Martin High School and then like 2 others
Jeez,
that I can't think of.
Yeah. Yeah, Arlington's fucking huge, dude. I didn't know that whenever I moved here. So I grew up in Mena, which is like 5,000 people. And then I moved to Conway, Arkansas, which is like close to Little Rock. It's like 40,000 people, and it booms to like 50 or 60,000 whenever school's in session because there's 3 colleges in that town.
Yeah.
And then I went to move to DFW with Logan, and we picked Arlington because like the rent was pretty cheap and like it's in the middle of everything, you know. And then we looked up the population; it's like 450,000 people, dude. And I was like, "Holy fuck, dude!"
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty central to like downtown.
Yeah,
both downtowns.
Both downtowns. Yeah, that's the great part. And then all the stuff up north, you're fairly close. You know, everything's so far. You know, like if you want to go somewhere, it's 30 minutes. You know, at least.
Honestly, Arlington's boomed within like the last several years. And when I mean like several years, I'm talking about whenever the Cowboys Stadium dropped. And then we always had the Rangers here. Mm-hmm. But whenever the Cowboys dropped in Arlington, that was huge.
Yeah.
And then obviously Six Flags, Hurricane Harbor, things like that. But I mean, Arlington's always been like a huge staple in the DFW area.
Yeah. It's kind of the between Dallas and Fort Worth for sure. Because Dallas has its own vibe, and Fort Worth is completely fucking different. Yeah. And Arlington's kind of got its own thing going on, dude. Like, it's kind of a mix of both and also not. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of dive bars. Like, if you...
Dude, the scene here is so weird. It's so weird, because it feels like nobody goes out, kind of.
But so many people go out.
So many people go out, but I guess there's just so many people. I don't know. It's so weird, dude.
Yeah.
Like, whenever people are like, what is there to do around here? I'm like...
What is there not to do around here?
Right, yeah. It's like, I can't really give you, like...
I always...
Specific, you know?
Anytime... So, whenever... I'm pretty sure you get that a lot whenever you're bartending and people are coming in town. Mm-hmm. I'm always like, Texas Live. Like,
I always send people to Texas Live. I'm like, go down there and get one drink, though.
Another plug.
Yes, right, dude, yes. Bro, if I got sponsored by Texas Live or fucking... Dude, Jerry Jones, hit me the fuck up, bro. I'm right over here, dude.
Okay, That's a far fetch.
Dude, yeah. He would never hear this, but if he did, he'd be like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Probably on his yacht somewhere right now.
Yes, dude. Or he's like in the middle of a helicopter trip to somewhere, you know?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's
a busy guy, is what we're trying to say.
Very busy. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, so I went to kindergarten all the way through high school at Kennedale.
And this is, so Kennedale is, where is Kennedale?
Nobody knows where fucking Kennedale is.
Yeah, that sounds like a smaller town.
It is. I mean, it used to be.
Probably, yeah.
It's kind of blown up with everything else. But Kennedale,
North Fort Worth? Or?
It's south of Arlington.
Oh, okay. So
do you know where the No Frills is at over off Little Road?
I've heard of it, but I don't know where it is.
Do you know where the South McCullers is?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Kennedale is like, if you keep going straight on I think it's Little Road or Sublet right there. Mm-hmm. If you keep going straight, you'll run into Kennedale. It's in between South Arlington and Mansfield.
Oh, okay, right on. I was going to say, is it, yeah.
Yeah, so if you take exit from 287 to Sublet and you go in, like if you take a right and just keep going that direction, and
if you take a wrong turn on the way to Mansfield, you'll end up in Kennedale, basically.
Not really. Kennedale, so like on Sublet, once you hit the roundabout, because we have a lot of roundabouts for some reason. Yeah. I don't know what it is about Kennedale, but we have so many roundabouts.
It's like a city-to-city thing. Conway had a fuck ton of roundabouts, dude.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, my God, dude. That's how they fixed all their problems. It was like, they'll just fucking slap a roundabout in there.
We have 5.
Nobody knew how to use them. Dude, they had... And this is like a 40,000 people town. Like, they had at least 10 to 15 that I know of. And
10
there
to
were
15?
some... Dude, there was literally a roundabout that led into a roundabout.
Yeah, same in Kennedale. Dude. So there's like a roundabout whenever you like right out.
A shit show, then a shit show.
Yeah, so then it's like a roundabout as you're passing like on Sublet, passing like the high schools off to your right, and then you keep going and you go past like my street and a couple streets, and then you hit another roundabout, and then if you go right, you hit another roundabout, and if you go left, you hit another roundabout. Like, they're not even a mile away from each other. But I've heard that the reason why they put them in there is to keep the semi trucks from coming into the smaller streets. Because Sublight is such a busy street, the semis would exit off the highway and like come through. Because it used to just be like a just a one, like a, it would be like a stop. It wouldn't be a 4-way stop. Like if you're coming from the high school, there would be a stop sign, and it would just be like a T. It would dead end. Okay, yeah. So you would have to wait for all the cars to pass.
And then you'd have a fucking semi truck there that just couldn't turn.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot, and I don't understand it.
They're nice, like, and they fucking work, but you have to know how they work.
And a lot of people don't.
Dude. They just don't.
They're like, do I go? Do you go? Who's going?
I'm like, bro, you wait for the person on your right. If there's nothing coming your way, you go. Like, it's not that complicated. It's really not.
You know how many times I've gotten so mad because I will be behind somebody and they will just stop. And I'm like, you keep
it's
going.
It's not a stop sign, bro. It's a yield, dude. Like, there's nobody coming.
There will be nobody. And they would just stop.
There's like, I don't know what's going on here.
What is this? I don't know how to make
so many people freeze up in a roundabout, dude. It's so funny.
I don't know how a circle works.
Yes, and that's all it is a fucking circle, dude. You know, there's a bunch over by the Cowboys Stadium.
Where?
But like on this side of the Rangers Stadium.
There's one.
One? I thought there was more than one. It might be just that one big ass one.
There's just the one right there.
Is it? Yeah, but it's like a 4-lane fucking roundabout, dude. That thing's kind of crazy, dude.
So funny story.
Like, I know how roundabouts work, and I was still like, holy shit.
Took an Uber once, or maybe it was a Lyft. I don't know. I was Ubering or lifting somewhere, right. And I think I was going to Texas Live one time, and apparently my Uber was one of those idiots who doesn't know how to work a roundabout, and this guy like hit the roundabout at 45 miles an hour. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, he went skirt.
I thought we were in Tokyo Drift. I was like, okay, guy. Like,
yeah, you need to chill out, bro. You had way too many Red Bulls, and you're fucking shit up at this point.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. I was like, this is how I die on my way to Texas Live.
All right, so let's go back to Kennedale. So you went through all the way through high school. So did you play like sports in high school and stuff?
I did. I played softball all growing up. Mm-hmm. That was like my main sport that I like really loved. I did KYA all the way up through high school, and then I think I tried doing track. I just don't like people yelling at me, telling me to run.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not my thing. If I want to run, I'm going to run.
Yeah.
Don't yell at me.
Like, I'm in shape. Like, you don't have to fucking tell me what to do.
I know. Yeah. So I wasn't really into that. And then I think I tried volleyball, and like, I liked it. I
feel like volleyball would be really like cliquey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I just like softball way. I was a baseball girl. I grew up like watching Pudge Rodriguez and going to the Rangers games, and I had a crush on Pudge. So
hey, there you go. Yeah.
If you hear me out there.
Yes, Pudge. What's your number?
No, I'm just kidding. I did meet him at a steakhouse once.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a small world around here.
That was my time to shine.
Yeah.
But apparently he's happily married, so whatever.
Well, I mean, happily.
I mean, how happy can he really be?
I mean, anybody that's married.
I know. Just like Charlie Hunnam doesn't know, like, I'm his future wife.
Who's Charlie Hunnam?
Seriously?
Oh, no.
You don't know who Charlie
I'm not from here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, no. Charlie, totally left field. Charlie Hunnam was in Sons of Anarchy. He was like the main guy.
Dude,
he was
the blonde dude?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm his future husband. Fuck that, bro.
He was in King Arthur.
Yes. He was also in a movie I just watched, the 10th District or some shit like that. It was like they were robbing a cartel or something like that.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
It's on Netflix. Check it out. It was pretty good.
I will. So, yeah. So, like, I did play all through high school, and then I think it was either my sophomore or junior year. I was 16, and I ended up dropping out of my sports.
Really?
Yeah. My dad passed away whenever I was 16.
Oh, yeah.
So I ended up dropping out. It was just like too much for me.
Yeah.
And then like...
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. My dad passed away whenever I was 16 as well.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was 15, about to be 16 at the time.
I was 16, and it's crazy because it's like, I can still remember it as if it was like yesterday.
Yeah.
So like my brother was down in Waco playing football. He was on the, he was playing varsity football in Waco, and I was at JCPenney's. That was my first job that I had, folding clothes and, doing all that fun shit.
Running the floor and shit.
Yeah. At the mall.
Oh,
it was horrible.
Sweet. Yeah.
At the Parks Mall.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. But back then it wasn't that bad. It's gotten a little rough since then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I remember my manager coming up to me and was like, hey, you have some people here at the front door. Like, your family's here. And I was like, what?
Like, what the fuck is going on?
And so my brother is like fully padded up. Like, I guess he just ran off the field.
Oh, wow.
And he's fully padded. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here? Like, you
We're
need
in
to be
cleats in here, bro. What are you doing?
Like, I was thinking, like, what are you doing? You need to be at your game. Like, coach is going to be pissed. Like, what are you doing? And he was like, I just remember him being like, dad's sick. We need to go. And I was like, he ended up having a stroke. And
wow.
And then I spent like 2 weeks in the hospital, and I remember spending, it was at the end of early November. He stayed in the hospital for 2 weeks, but we ended up spending like Halloween there. And because I remember like the nurses would come by and like put like treats in like the little buckets and everything for people that were like having to stay there and everything. And so it was like, I think it was November 2nd is when they ended up declaring him brain dead.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Because they had to like run all the tests and everything. And then, so yeah, that was a rough time.
Wow.
But I do remember like my boss, she called me. So JCPenney's, I don't know if they're still in business, but whoever the manager was at this time back in the day, like, you're a bitch. But she like called me and was like, you need to be at work. And I was like, I don't know if you really know what's like going on, but I'm not showing up to work today.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, if you don't show up, like, you're not going to have a job. I'm like, okay, then I quit.
Yeah.
Like, have some kind of like sympathy.
Yeah, like ask a question, like see what the fuck's going on at the very
She
least.
knew. She was the one that walked me to the door.
Oh, really?
And
oh,
so
shit.
I messaged her. I think I like called her. I don't know. It was so long ago. I don't even remember. But I just remember like ending like my employment there because she was such a bitch.
Wow, dude. That's fucked up.
Like
while you're at the hospital, probably?
Probably. I spent, so we were taking like, so me and my brother, we were taking like half days at high school. And so we would like go to high school, take a half day, and then like go straight to the hospital and then like finish all of our like homework and whatever.
How long was he in there?
It felt like 2 weeks, but it probably was only like a few days.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. What happened to my dad, so he was found in a ditch somewhere in Mina. Yeah, he had been beaten up, and they took him to the hospital, and like within a couple hours, he was declared brain dead, and we had to end up pulling the plug on him. And so ours was over fairly quick, So.
Well, did they ever find out like who did it, or?
Yes, yeah. And he went to prison for a little while, but because the eventual like cause of death was technically a heart attack, it wasn't from the beating, But he didn't get like a full blown like manslaughter charge or whatever.
Well, it depends on what year you're in.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because I mean times have changed.
For sure. Yeah.
Like the courts.
This was 2012, I want to say. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So like whenever I remember we got pulled out of class, and like I think I was in like second period or something like that because they found him like super early that morning, and they flew him up to Little Rock because this was in Mina, and they flew him up to Little Rock, and they pulled us out of class, and we all met in the office, and because I have 5 sisters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we were all so me and my twin sisters above me were in high school. Rachel was in middle school, so they pulled us all because it was all kind of in the same compound. So they pulled us all, and then Grandma like picked us up because we lived with Grandma at the time, and they just told us like, Dad's in the hospital, like it's not looking good, like we have to go right now. So we drove 3 hours to Little Rock, got there, and he was in the hospital bed all covered up in bandages and stuff. Like you couldn't even see his face at this point.
Yeah, like so whenever I got to the hospital, like he was on like the breathalyzer and had like the tubes down his throat and everything.
Yeah.
And was pretty much like the machines were pretty much breathing for him, but we didn't know until they did the tests.
Yeah.
Until they did like the brain test and whatever other tests that they have to do. But I remember like they went in and like where his, I guess, tumor was, because a stroke is different than a heart attack.
Yeah.
Where the
Is
tumor,
a tumor a brain clot in the brain or something like that?
It was like up here. And then, so he had like staples. He had like his head was shaved and had staples, and then had like the breathing the machine and everything. And then once they ran all their tests, they were pretty much saying like he's pretty much like
we're keeping him alive on
the machine.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, I remember that conversation. That was fucking weird, dude.
Wait, were you 18? Wait, how old are you? How old were you?
I was 15, about to turn 16.
Oh, okay. So who was of age? Were any of your sisters?
It was his mom was there. She drove down from Missouri to be there. And I think I want to say she had the final say, but she asked us too. She was like, what do you guys want to do? And like asked us, and we're like, well, I mean, he's fucking
exactly.
At this point, dude. Like we're literally looking at him like there's nothing going on, you know?
I mean, there could be that one miracle.
Yeah.
But
at this point he's basically, I don't know if he's suffering, but like this doesn't seem right.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
You know, so.
And everybody's fucking losing their mind, dude. And like I felt like I was the one that needed to like be strong, and like I didn't cry that day. I didn't cry for the next like week or so, like before the funeral, and then at the funeral, like the fucking pastor was crying. Like it was fucking awful, dude. The whole place just lost their fucking mind, dude. It was insane.
All I remember is I was downstairs saying goodbye to one of like the football players who like
they came up to like show support or something.
Yeah, like the entire football. So this is how small Kennedale was at the time. I think we graduated with, I want to say maybe 300, 350 students. I don't know how big your class was. It wasn't like Martin or Lamar.
People, I think, was my graduating class.
Well, it wasn't like Martin where you had like 1,000 people and you had to like sit through the entire ceremony waiting for your name to be called. Like it was a pretty short ceremony.
Yeah.
But I remember like some of the football team, like some of the football players would come and visit my brother. And then when it was the actual, I think we called it like the celebration of life, or
like
just
wake
like
or whatever.
The wake or whatever, because we ended up cremating my dad.
Oh,
and so like the entire football team showed up.
Oh wow, yeah.
To support my brother. Yeah. And I thought that was awesome. I was like, you don't ever really like see that kind of like act in like major cities or major. Right. It's always like a small town. And I wouldn't really
ours was like all of our friends showed up, like everybody, because it was during soccer season, and we had a game that night, and like we ended up playing in that game because all our family was there, and like they wanted to see us play. You know? So like we were still going to play in that game, but I think they actually ended up pushing the girls' game back for the funeral. Yeah.
I don't know if it was like the
fucking soccer coaches were there, the football coaches were there, like everybody was there.
Yeah, so I remember it was Coach Teague and Coach Barrett. And if it wasn't the entire team, it was a good handful of the team.
Enough to know,
that was there. So, yeah.
Jeez, dude. Yeah.
But anyways, I dropped out of sports because of that. And then just kind of like, did my thing, graduated high school, and then got into bartending.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then started bartending.
Yeah, because in Texas, you don't have to be 21 to bartend, right?
No, you have to be 18.
Right.
You just have to have like
your TABC and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay.
And I think 18, maybe 16.
I think you can serve it, but you can't handle it at 16, something like that. But in Arkansas, you have to be 21 to bartend, and you have to be 18, 19 to serve it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Texas is apparently way more lenient.
For the most part, but you don't have to have a license of any kind to bartend there and stuff like that. So they make you wait, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah. It's like, I got a job. They told me to get the certification. I went online and got the food handlers.
Yeah.
And the TABC, whatever.
So in high school, were you like partying any, or were you just like pretty straight edge, like doing your sports and all that stuff?
I mean, I went to a few house parties. Mm-hmm. I remember going to a house party with one of my girlfriends.
Oh, wait, hold on. Cheers to your dad.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers to your dad. Thanks.
I poured us regular shots that time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So, I would go to like house parties. I was the normal high school kid sneaking out, doing stupid shit. Mm-hmm. I think we were all there at one point.
Definitely.
But I will never.
I was the one throwing the parties.
I will never forget this one time. I was with one of my girlfriends. I'll keep her. I won't say her name on the podcast.
Right. Y'all are still friends?
No, so I'm not. So I don't.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, like
so
we
there's
just
a little bit of tea in this one, huh?
No, we just grew apart. After high school, like people just move away. You start your own lives.
You grow up, dude.
Yeah. So in high school, I remember it was me and my two girlfriends, and we go to this house party, and somehow she gets. I guess she knew somebody that was like old enough, so she ended up getting like beer or liquor, and we show up to our friend's house, and everyone's over there, and we knock on the door, and 2 cops answered.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and we're like, sorry,
y'all had just showed up to the party.
We had just showed up to the party, knocked on the door, thinking, and we're like,
beer under your
we have like
arms
the shit in our hands.
Oh god!
And we're like, oh, we have the wrong house, and they were like, no, you don't. Come on in, and I'm like, shit.
I'd rather just go.
And I'm thinking. I don't think I've ever told my mom this story, but now. But I'm not old enough. I'm old enough to where you can't punish me.
Yes, there you go.
Brian, my brother's done way more stupid stuff.
There you go.
He's
talk about your
gone
brother.
Yeah. Well, he's gone to house parties before, and
he was a fucking football player. Of course he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Mom, leave her alone.
So, anyways, we show up, and the cops answer the door, and I'm like, I'm in so much trouble. I'm thinking like I'm going to jail. I'm going to get a minor in possession. Like my mom's going to kill me. I'm thinking the absolute worst. Mm-hmm. And so we go
This is in Kennedale.
Yeah. So it's like Kennedale pretty much.
Yeah.
It's literally like on the outskirts of like Kennedale and Arlington, but it was still Kennedale like district, I think. Okay. So we go inside, and they're like, have a seat, blah, blah, blah. And there's still people, like, piling in.
Oh,
like,
God,
from the backyard and from the front door.
How many people were at this party?
A lot. So I'm like, damn. Like, this is so bad. Really I'm thinking, like, oh, my gosh. Like, I'm in so much deep shit. Luckily, the cops were super cool. They were like, we just got a noise complaint. Like, y'all need to, like, just keep it down. We don't give a shit. Yeah. But he was asking us some questions, and I remember my buddy Buddha. I don't even remember his fucking actual name. We just always called him Buddha because he was Chinese and
bald. And...
Well, no, he wasn't bald. He was in high school.
Oh, right on. Okay, yeah. I didn't know if he shaved his head.
No. But yeah, his nickname was Buddha. And I remember like the cops being like, "Who doesn't live in Kennedale?" And my dumb and I didn't hear him because I'm like panicking at this point, like thinking the worst.
I'll say whatever you want me to say.
And I was like, I live in Kennedale. And he's like, who doesn't live in Kennedale? I was like, oh,
sorry. Shut the fuck up.
And so they were like asking Buddha his birthday. And he's sitting here doing this, like counting on his fingers. And he's like, if you have to count on your fingers
you're not old enough
to figure out your birthday, like we have an issue. And he's like, you're making me nervous. Like, I don't, like, I'm normally really chill, and you're just making me really nervous. Like I don't know my birthday.
Triggering me, bro.
Like I don't remember my birthday.
Oh God, yeah.
Because it's like 2 cops hovering over him, asking him like when his birthday is. Like anybody's gonna like freak out.
Yeah.
So that's when they were like, I guess they were just there to,
Shut down the noise, I guess.
Just to make a presence and like kind of scare us and
say they did something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they just left. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Fucking party on, bro.
Yeah.
Puts a real damper on the party, though.
It does. I was like, so are you guys going to show back up?
Are y'all
like,
coming back whenever we're drunk?
Are you guys going to come back with more people? Like,
oh, God. Fucking SWAT team
I
pulls
know,
up outside.
Right? But yeah, I mean, I used to go to house parties, but I mean, yeah, just like your normal.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
BS in high school. Like sneaking out of the house, going over to a friend's house.
Yeah.
You know.
Having some wine coolers and shit.
Yeah. Back then, I think we were drinking Keystone Light.
Yes, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's why whenever me and James did the podcast, we got a 30-pack of Keystone, and like we polished off like 20-some of them.
Okay,
dude.
this is recent. Why are we still drinking Keystone?
Because it was a nostalgic thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
We're old enough.
It wasn't because we liked it. I'll tell you that. Yeah. But at the same time, like, so I grew up in Mena, Arkansas, so it's a dry county there. And so we had
sucks.
Yeah, we had to drive over to Oklahoma to get our beer.
How far was that? Like, how far of a drive?
We're right on the border. It's like 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing. But the beer in Oklahoma is 3.2%. All beer, no matter what you get, 3.2%. So here, Keystone is like 4 and some change or something like that, I guess. But so whenever I was growing up, like whenever I was drinking in high school, I thought I could fucking like take down some beer, dude. And I moved up to Conway, and like you could get actual Arkansas beer, which is like 4.6 or some shit. Or I think I was drinking Budweiser at the time, which is like a 5-point. And like I remember the first time I fucking got down on some of those, I was like, this is different, bro. Like I'm like 1.5 times as drunk basically at this point, and like it doesn't feel that great.
Yeah, I went to Colorado not too long ago, and I had 2 shots of tequila and 2 margaritas. And of course my brother was pouring them, but he wasn't pouring them strong or anything.
Does your brother live in Colorado?
Yeah, he lives in Denver.
Oh, nice.
I didn't take into consideration that the altitude really plays a factor with that.
Yeah, because we're basically at fucking sea level over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think our elevation's like 400 feet.
Denver's a different Denver's a different story.
Yeah, you're like 3,000 or 4,000 feet up or something like that. It's the Mile High City, isn't it? So that's like was it 5,280 feet?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
We're just going to throw some numbers out there and let's see if it
5,280 is a mile. I have that somewhere in my back brain. I had that.
Okay.
Gotcha. Bro.
So we were in Colorado, and we were like sledding, and I was going up this hill, and I couldn't breathe. Like just going up a normal hill.
Yeah.
Like a hill that you would see out here. Not this hill. That hill's a beast.
That hill's a beast. Bro.
It wasn't like that hill.
We walked that hill for exercise. Is how big that fucking hill is right there, dude.
It's not that one. It was like smaller than that.
Yeah.
But I just remember like grabbing the tubes and like sliding down with my nephew and having to like grab the tubes and go up the hill, and I was like out of breath.
So winded, yeah.
And
you were like an athlete in high school and shit, and you're like, dude, I should not be this tired right now.
Well, I graduated in 2009, so.
Right, okay, yeah.
It's been a few years.
Muscle memory, bro. Muscle memory, yeah.
But yeah, definitely was a game changer.
Yeah.
I was like, if you ever want to go get drunk, fast.
If you want to get real drunk,
go to Denver.
Yeah. See what alcohol is really supposed to do to you. Jesus.
What I also heard, somebody told me not too long ago, like Denver's like alcohol is a little more stout than Texas, and I was like, "There's no way."
They have stronger beer, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
there's a couple of states. I think it's like Florida and a couple of other places where their beer is 6%.
Oh, well, we weren't drinking beer. It was tequila.
Oh.
It was,
might have just been the altitude then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Dwayne The Rock's.
Yeah,
tequila.
the Terramana, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're about to discontinue that at fucking Boomer Jacks.
Why? Does nobody order it?
I feel like they order it enough. I don't know. They got some other shit going on. They're getting some kind of pineapple tequila, so they're about to come out with some weird drink.
Yay.
They're on some shit. They're always on some shit.
They're always changing shit.
Yes, and I'm
like
like,
just
it's
keep
not
it consistent.
broken. It's not broken.
I just don't want them to get rid of that brown bag special.
Dude, that brown bag burger,
so
though,
good.
That's the best move they have ever made, dude. I eat it constantly.
It's just the right
3
amount.
times a week.
It's
like
just
a perfect little burger, bro.
Because the other ones are so big.
Yes, they're fucking stupid. So if I eat one of those burgers whenever I'm on a shift, I won't be worth a damn thing for the rest of the shift. But if I eat one of those little brown bags, I'm good to go, dude.
Yeah, that's actually what I had for lunch today.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
You should try this. Add some jalapenos to it.
I'm not huge on jalapeno. You said you liked your shit spicy, though.
I do.
Yeah, I'm not really that spicy. Yeah.
Yeah. I did just like how it normally comes, and I got like a side of fries, and I barely touched the fries, so I was like, don't know why I fucking got those. Because the burger's so filling. Like, it's just like there's the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Perfect amount.
So it's $6 for the just the burger, and then it's $8 with fries. And like sometimes I'll do it, but like sometimes, like most of the time, I'll just get the little $6, and I get half off, so it's like a $3 burger for me, which is fan-fucking-tastic, bro. Yeah.
Can I get that discount? I mean, I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
Maybe I can still get it.
I mean, you've been coming there fucking long enough,
I know.
I would say. Yeah.
I mean, I'm no Pops, but
right, though. Yeah, dude. God, dude. I'm surprised that dude doesn't have a golden plaque somewhere, dude.
He needs to like have his like name like welded onto where he sits constantly.
You know James, the guy that sits in the corner of the main bar, and like he only comes on like Saturdays, but he comes every fucking Saturday. And he's like, I've been coming here like since they opened. Basically, he's been coming like every Saturday. And he was like, we always joke about like him having a nameplate like right there on that thing, and like I'm like, did you not bring your little thing? You know, like yeah.
I'm not really up there on Saturdays. I'm only up there on Fridays with Daniel and Keith.
Yeah, because Chris told me one time that you work weekends every other weekend or something like that. Is it?
Yeah. So like I'm on a rotating schedule, so it's every third weekend I'm off, and then like in between days it's like a Monday or Tuesday, like I'm off today, and it's...
Sounds like a real motherfucker, actually.
It's really not. It's really easy to follow.
Yeah.
Once you get it down, you're on a rotating schedule, and it works with everybody else.
I mean, it sounds nice, I guess. Yeah, but like, in theory, you know.
I mean, because like every third weekend I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off.
That's dope.
And then I work Monday through Saturday the next week because we're not open on Sundays.
Yeah.
And then so we're not open on Sundays. So whatever weekend I have off, I work Monday through Saturday, and then I'm off on Sunday and I'm off on Monday.
Okay.
I think now I'm like second guessing my schedule.
Like blowing my mind over here, dude. Fuck that.
I've tried to like tell people my schedule, and they look at me like you looked at me just now, and I'm like, never mind.
Dude, people ask me my schedule at work all the time, and I feel like my schedule is super easy, especially before I did like the NSO recently, and like so I was working Wednesday morning, Saturday, Sunday morning only. That was all I worked. Now I work Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday morning, but I work Thursday and Friday night.
That's not hard to follow.
I swear to God, but I'm also talking to drunk people at the bar.
True.
So it's like, it's fucking rocket science for them, I guess. I don't know. But I don't think it's that hard, dude.
Okay, so like when I worked at Boomer Jacks back in the day, there used to be like some crazy shit like all the time. Like people just popping off and starting bar fights. Like we would have, you guys, I don't know if you guys still do, but at the front, we used to have like bouncers, security guards.
We have a security on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
We used to have 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that they used to have like super heavy security, dude.
Yeah. Because there used to be fights all the
That's what
time.
Mike told me, because Mike had been there for a long time.
So, like, what's the craziest thing, like, you've seen since you've been working at Boomer Jacks?
I guess a guy come around the bar and try to fight me at the opening. Yeah, but no, there was a girl recently that I don't even know how the fuck this happened. She was sitting at my bar. There's a table behind her. I guess at some point, like, they weren't drinking too crazy. She drank, enough.
Yeah.
And she starts talking shit to the girl behind her. I guess they knew each other somehow.
Oh, God.
Saying shit about, like, her being a bad baby mama or some shit, and, like, all this stuff. And
it always has to be the baby mamas.
It's like, yeah, dude, it's
always.
bad. When you bring the kids into it, it gets rough.
It's always.
But, so she says something like that, and the girl comes over, tries to fight her. All the dudes come in, break it up. Security gets in there, and, like, Cody and everybody, they get him out the door, and then she goes out to her car and gets a baseball bat and goes and beats up somebody's car. I don't even think it was the right car. She just beats the shit out of somebody's Cadillac out there, dude. Like, it was fucking ridiculous.
How do you not know if it's the right car?
I don't know if it's the right car. I hope that she knew it was the right car.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so she goes out there and
because you're going to have a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah, so this was right before our security showed up that this was happening.
Oh, okay.
So he showed up in the middle of this. And so he shows up, comes inside, and they're like, we need you to go outside and handle this bitch with the baseball bat in the parking lot. And so he goes out there and, like, he gets a hold of the baseball bat, and he's, like, talking to her. She's, like, trying to pull it out of his hands and stuff, and then the cops show up, and, like, it was cool.
Good God.
Yeah. Crazy bitches.
I know. I'm sadly to say, I've been one of them.
You been out there with a baseball bat beating up people's cars?
not a baseball bat. No, I've
golf club?
No, this, like, just the other night I was hanging out with friends and this girl, like, got in my face. Like, she was originally arguing with my friend, and then I went over to see if he, like, wanted a drink or something, and she was like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, I'm not a part of this. I don't know what's going on between you guys. Like,
yeah, like, leave me out of whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, whatever. And then she just kept coming at me and started following me. Mm-hmm. This is at McCullers in, like, South Arlington.
Okay.
The really sketchy one.
Yeah, I was going to say, this one's pretty ratchet, but I know that South Arlington one's got to be rough, dude.
It's kind of rough. We've heard some horror stories before.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, so she, like, started coming at me, and I'm like, please leave me alone. Like, come on. Like, you're drunk, obviously. I don't know y'all's past. Like, and I've known Mike since, like, I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
Like, for a while now. And so she kept running her mouth, and
did you beat that bitch up?
No, I tried to avoid that. I was just like, just stop. Like, you're drunk. Like, get away from me.
You're acting a fool right now, dude.
Like, just go away.
Yeah.
And then finally she, like, stopped running her mouth, and I was just like, okay.
Okay, good. Yes.
Thank
she
God.
probably, like, figured out that she was drunk. She's like, I'm going to go sit down somewhere.
Well, I also, like, popped off to her. I was like, you have, like, 5 seconds to get out of my face before, like, I do something.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be civil here.
But you're fucking egging this on, dude.
You're literally following me at I didn't ask for this.
And I'm a fucking advocate for, so violence is never the answer.
Never the answer.
But it's like, dude, sometimes it's a pretty quick solution.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And if nobody gets, like, severely injured and stuff like that, that's okay. But it's like, dude, sometimes people are fucking asking for it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just told a story on the podcast last week about a guy that was on acid talking shit to everybody, and then he fucking called Logan's girlfriend a bitch at the party, and so I took him out in the fucking yard, and he wouldn't fucking, I told him, like, you're out here, you stay out here, and you're fine. But if you step on this fucking porch and try and come in this house, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. And so he fucking, a bunch of people came outside and, like, they got a hold of me, and he ran in the fucking house and started just destroying this room, like ripping shit off the walls and stuff. So I ran in there.
Can we just say maybe it was because he was on acid?
It absolutely was.
Okay.
So it was also, like, before that, he had took his dick out and, like, put it in the beer pong cups and, like, stuff like that. I let all that slide.
What is wrong with people?
What is wrong with people? And so he went in there, started ripping stuff off the walls and stuff, and like was just throwing a fucking fit. And so somebody got in between us, and he tried to come over the top and hit me, and I fucking just caught him with a perfect one and just like knocked him out right there. And that was it.
What is wrong with people?
People are crazy, dude. You throw a little bit of acid in the wrong person, though. I'm a huge advocate for psychedelics, but if you're not a person that needs to be taking psychedelics, don't fucking take psychedelics.
I think you just have to be in the right mindset.
Well, he was also like a recovering addict, and like he was the oldest person at the party.
Where was this at?
Conway, Arkansas.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That explains it all right there, dude.
That explains it. I was like, wait, was this in Arlington?
This was in Fort Worth. No, that's more of a Dallas story, I feel like. No, that's definitely more like a Fort Worth, or what's further than Fort Worth?
Fuck if I know. Midland?
Yes, dude. That's a Midland story right there, dude. Or Odessa.
Oh, yeah, Odessa. Yeah. There you go.
That's like from Friday Night Lights. That's a Friday Night Lights story, dude.
I don't think they were doing acid on Friday Night Lights.
No, but they should have been.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, apparently not. Okay, so let's go back real quick. I'm going to pour us a couple more shots real quick.
Okay.
But, so we just got to where you had just gotten out of high school.
Yeah.
And you started bartending. Did you have aspirations to go to college?
I did. So I was like bartending and going to TCC. I had no idea what the fuck I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Nobody really does. And
no, dude. I went for fucking education at first. Or no, I went for, I started out as engineering, then I went to education, and then I went to kinesiology.
Yeah, so I had no idea. I was just like, my sister, stepsister, it was in nursing. I was like, oh, I want to be in nursing. And then my boyfriend Tobin at the time, we were at Home Depot, and he was flipping through, like, I guess the fence wood for fencing.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he ripped his nail off, and I was just like, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Like, yeah, no, thank you.
Like, I don't want to be a nurse.
I don't want to be a nurse.
Obviously, I can't handle blood.
No, well, I could. Well, I say that until I saw my niece get birthed.
Oh, right on. Yeah, you don't want to be a part of that. Yeah.
And then I was like, I really don't want to be in nursing. that was I was in the end zone, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Well, not
straight downtown or what?
Yeah, because like her mom was on the side and her best friend was on the other side. Of course, Josh, my brother-in-law, was like on her bedside, and I'm like, where the fuck does that leave me?
So you're stuck in the middle.
So I'm stuck right here, and I see all of it, and I'm like, best birth control ever.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And I think I might have been, how old was I? I think I might have been like 20, 21 at the time.
Yeah. Jesus, dude.
And my mom was so adamant, like, no, you need to go, you need to see this. And I'm like, I really don't.
My grandma did that to me when my sister had hers.
Why?
Bro, she was like, you have to be in there to see this, and fucking, I wasn't downtown like you were.
Oh, I was all.
So I was there to help. I was there to help my brother-in-law at the time. They're not together anymore. But like, so I was like, you look at me, motherfucker. We got this. You're good. He looked like he was gonna fucking pass out. So I was like, you look at me. We're good.
I think I was kind of there because Josh asked me. He's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm hanging in there."
I don't know, bro. But then, so we were fine through that part because we didn't see all that. And then they came by with the fucking bucket of afterbirth, and we were like, "Holy fuck, dude."
Well, I think what got me was, my sister, like the doctors came in, and I think she was like technically kind of bleeding out, but it wasn't like anything major.
Yeah.
For like they were
just wasn't clotting.
They were concerned, but it wasn't anything like to be like rush her to the ER or whatever. I don't really remember. It was like several years ago, but I just remember this doctor coming in and doing this. And all the blood came out.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And I was just like, damn, that's intense.
Yeah. You don't have to do that to be a nurse, by the way. You can do other
He was a doctor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, like, you don't have to be in the What is that? The maternity
didn't.
ward?
Well, my sister, whenever she graduated from TCC, she went into labor and delivery. So that's what she wanted.
Oh, Jesus.
So I was like, oh, I'll just follow in her footsteps and, be a nurse.
And, you're like,
and I was like, this is not what I want to do.
Yeah. I feel like it's different whenever it's yours, because I was like front row for OC whenever I did it. Like, well, we did the midwife. The fuck, I should know what this is called. So it's a midwife, but it's you're at a
like
birthing center.
Oh, so it wasn't like an at-home birth?
No, we did it at the birthing center, but it was like you're basically in like a badass like little hotel suite. Like you have like a bed, a shower, and like. Now I feel like I've been like tossing my drink around and shit like that. Sorry, guys, but so we ended up doing a water birth in the bathtub, and she had a spatula with a fucking mirror on it, and she was like, "Yeah, dude." Because she's on all fours in the bathtub. Sorry, Kristen, to fucking air out your shit here, but she's like on all fours in the bathtub, like having the baby, and like she's like putting the little spatula under there to like check shit out, and she's like, "You should come over here and look," and I'm like, and it didn't fuck me up because I don't know, I feel like it's different whenever it's yours, you know?
Yeah, for sure, but it wasn't mine, so it fucked me up.
Yeah, dude. That's like whenever I saw my sister's afterbirth go by, I was like, "Holy shit, dude." It's a bucket full of that shit, bro.
When you say,
when the
placenta,
and
I
all
saw,
that stuff comes
yeah,
out.
I saw that too.
Yeah, and then we actually did the placenta encapsulation.
Are you one of those weirdos that like eats the placenta?
We didn't eat it. She took it, dried it out, and put it into capsules for us.
I don't know what that means. So, like, you took it in pill form?
Yes. I didn't have to take it. Kristen took it. Because apparently what happens is a lot of your hormones and stuff are released whenever you let that stuff out. And so...
Interesting.
So after you're just, like, deprived of all of this stuff, and if you take those, it'll kind of, like, give you a supplement of your natural hormones. To, like,
sorry
keep you
for
kinda
anybody
stable.
out there that's eating their own placenta.
Yeah, we didn't mean it. Yeah, but
we didn't mean it in like a mean way. I've just never.
It really depends on how you eat it. I guess.
How do you eat it?
Yeah, how do
you
cook
like
it?
saute it in like a pan or
medium rare or medium well?
right?
Do you need to cook that well done? Jesus Christ!
Is it like a steak? How do you like it?
So you wanted to be a nurse?
Yeah, so I wanted to be a nurse, and I don't anymore.
Yes. Okay. Dope. Yeah.
So then
So
I
you're
don't.
bartending, going to college.
Yeah, so I'm bartending, going to college. Don't want to be a nurse anymore at this point. And then I think the first bartending job that I got was at Bikinis in Arlington.
Oh, okay.
Do you
I've
remember
heard of this
that
place? Yeah,
Have you?
I wasn't around at the time.
I think
but
it probably
I've heard
got
of it.
shut down before.
Got shut down.
Not like shut down like that.
Right,
it just
but
like went out of business.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was a fun time.
Yep. So bikinis, what was the shtick? Like y'all actually walked around in bikinis or what?
No, we had Daisy Duke shorts on. We had to wear cowboy boots and then just like a bikini top.
Oh, okay. Right on.
So kind of like Ojos Locos, but in
A little mild.
Yeah. I would say more like Hooters.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of an in-between between Hooters and...
It wasn't like, what's the other place that was on 360? Oh, God. Hold on. Let me think.
It's not bomb... You're not talking about bomb
No, it was Redneck Heaven.
Oh, I've heard of that place too. Yeah, a lot of people used to go to Redneck Heaven.
Yeah,
Like,
so apparently
Kennedale
they did like ABC days where it was like anything but clothes.
Wow.
So
Do you like body paint and shit?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's kind of like...
And they shut it down?
I think there was like more into it than just on the reason why they shut it down.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've heard rumors. I don't know if the rumors are true. Whatever.
Whoa.
Well,
You've
good
heard the
in
Texas Live rumors, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard those.
Yep.
But yeah, so I was working at Bikinis and then Redneck Heaven opened up, and then so we kind of lost some of our regulars because the Redneck Heaven girls were more skimpy than we were. But that was my first bartending job, and got into a little bit of trouble there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What happened?
So I started dating this guy, and then really got like into
Bad off on some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like losing weight.
I see you trying to put this PG. Yeah.
I was trying to put it PG. My mom fucking knows.
Yeah, okay, dope.
Yeah. I was dating this guy, and we ended up like we're really bad into coke. He like introduced me to coke, and was like never seen it in my life. I saw it in the movies.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Didn't know anything.
Yeah, you're a little girl from fucking Kennedale, bro. Yeah.
What? Like what? Yeah. And then so balls deep into it, and so
how long were you into this?
I would only say like maybe like a month or two.
It doesn't take long, dude.
Like I would say a month or two.
Yeah, I had my little stint with coke, and it was like a couple of weeks, and I had some fucking. It was bad, dude. It fucking gets you so quick, dude. I think I lost like 20 pounds in that time.
No,
and, like, it was fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah, it was bad. And so I remember like, yeah, it was bad. But I mean, I think
I'm
everybody.
not even gonna tell you how bad, but
well, I mean, like everybody dabbles in drugs and everything in like their early ages and in their early life.
How old were you when you did this?
Oh God, I'm probably like 22.
Oh, okay,
like super young. Didn't know any better. I was stupid.
Yeah, I think I was like 19 or 20 whenever I did mine, and it was fucking awful, dude.
I was not 22. I was younger than that because. Yeah, I was younger than that because I didn't start working at Boomers until I was like 21, 22. So it was younger. I was probably around I think it was around the same age.
Was this a guy that you worked with at Bikinis?
No.
Regular?
I'm not going to say on the podcast.
Okay, Deb. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead, yeah.
Don't want to say on the podcast.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Just went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah. So then after that, so you had your whole bad experience with all that. Was that what made you leave Bikinis?
Yeah. Yeah, that was like the what broke the camel's back.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. So I was like, no, thank you.
Damn. Well, cheers to that.
I know.
I left that clink. That just sounds
a good
perfect.
one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I really liked all the people that I met at Bikinis, like all my girlfriends that I met at Bikinis. I still have friends from Bikinis till this day. And like, they're awesome. They're amazing. But I mean, I think whenever you get in, I don't know. I just think in that realm of bartending,
when you kind of get like, because of the whole shtick of the place was skinny girls and stuff, you kind of invite like seedy stuff to be happening, you know?
Yeah. And I'm not going to put it out there that's like, oh, if you're a bartender, that's just, you know, what you do. It's not at all.
It is a byproduct of sorts, but it's only in certain situations, you know?
Yeah.
It does happen to bartenders fairly often, I would probably say, but it's not every bartender, every
not
situation,
at all.
you know?
Hell no. Yeah. I just think I was just really young and stupid at the time.
Yeah.
Like, really young and stupid.
That's how I was, man. Yeah. I fucking had a buddy that had a Connect, and he had money, and I never paid for it, and I was just like, fuck it, let's do it. And like, it was really, did you ever have to pay for it?
No, he always paid for it.
And that's the kicker, man. When people are buying you drugs, you kind of feel bad for not doing it with them, you know?
No, so like it got to the point where it was.
Let me grab a lime real quick. Go ahead.
It was just like an excessive amount, and it was just really bad. And I mean, like, everybody does their, you know, whether it's weed or gummies or shrooms, whatever you dabble in, just
you can dabble in all kinds
like,
of stuff.
do
man.
you?
I'm definitely.
Do you?
I'm definitely a.
But it was at a point where it was just not healthy.
Yes. Yeah. So dabble and like play with the stuff, or not play with it, but kind of find what concoction and like what mix works for you, you know, because at that point you're kind of like self-medicating, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of to each their own kind of deal. But once you get past a certain point, there's no, this isn't fun anymore. This isn't you doing it for fun anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's at this point you have a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It to the point where it was so bad that, like, my ex, I was coming home from a class one day, and my ex came over, and we were sitting in the living room, and well, he was sitting in the living room with like my mom, and they had to like have a deep conversation, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, like, I'm fucking up.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You took it well though?
I did. Like, yeah. I mean, obviously, I broke down, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking up." Like,
well, that's a good way to take it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Jesus, dude.
It wasn't like, oh, a friend had it and I tried it. It was
like this has been happening.
It was
consistently for a while.
It was like it was a lot.
Yeah. Jeez.
In like a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't think so. Whenever I was doing it, I was only doing like a couple of grams over a couple of days kind of deal. Like I think he would get like one a day, you know, and we'd do it, you know, but it was only the two of us, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah.
I've talked to a couple of people where they just fucking blow down, dude, like just bad. I remember I was talking to a buddy, he was talking about he would go to South Padre, and they would do like an 8-ball on the way there. They'd
my God.
like they'd drink.
I say oh my God, but that's
but it's not out of the realm of possibility. So they do an 8-ball on the way there, and they had like a quarter or whatever it is. And so they do that on the way there. They do some while they were there, and then they do it the whole way back. And like, dude, that sounds so exhausting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like knowing what I know now, and like I've never, and that's the thing. Like even now, I mean, I take Adderall like relatively often because I mean I'm fucking probably ADHD as fuck, but I just don't have a prescription for it, so I have to get it in my own ways. But like I can't take more than like 15 milligrams in a day. But like there's certain people that'll take a fucking 30 to the face, and like if I take a 30 to the face, I'm gonna be a psychopath probably. Yeah, I'm gonna look stupid for sure, dude. Yeah.
Damn.
But for medicinal, that I take it for the medicinal purposes, so I won't take more than like 15 milligrams.
Have you went and got tested?
I got tested whenever I was like pretty young, and my younger sister, she definitely has it. And,
so it runs in the family.
Yeah. But my mom didn't want us taking any kind of medication, so she was like, "They'll be okay," you know. So she never got us on stuff, and we were fine. You know, I did fine in school and everything, but it was like kind of like a white knuckle situation. Like it's like, yeah, I got this, but it's like I could.
I'm
be
also
doing better.
struggling with
and then
grasping.
Whenever it came to going to college and stuff, and like you actually have to like buckle down and like do your fucking homework. That's a different situation.
Yeah, because it's like, how am I supposed to focus on?
Yeah, when I'm living life out here, dude. Yeah. Like I'm just now living a regular person's life. Like you threw me, like I kind of threw myself into it because I just moved out. Like I went through a bunch of shit, moved out, went to college, and then all of a sudden I'm living an adult life, and I have to go to fucking school at the same time, and I have to do so many hours to keep my fucking scholarships and shit. Like
that's a lot,
you, dude. Yeah.
I will say this,
and I'm broke as shit too. Yeah.
So I will say this. So I definitely like tried to go to TCC. I was super young and stupid and wanted to party and like didn't have like a good head on my
well, you're also bartending too.
I was also bartending.
Yeah, you get in with a weird crowd at that point.
not so much a weird crowd, just like you're working late hours, you're trying to go to school, you're just tired all the time.
Yeah, I've only ever been in the service industry since I moved. To college
and so it's really hard to stay focused and just like, oh my God.
Your sleep schedule's fucked. You're tired all the time. I just
want to sleep.
Yes.
Like there were times
I want to sleep till 5 o'clock if I can. I have to go to work at 6. Fuck it.
Like there was times where like I was coming home whenever I was living at home, and like I was coming home from my bartending job and my parents were going to work.
Yeah, dude. That's how it was whenever I was working in Deep Ellum, dude. I would fucking...
I'd be like, hey, I'm going to bed. Yeah. You're like, okay, bye.
Fuck, dude. I'd work till 2. We'd put in tips till fucking 3. Then we'd have to clean the bar.
Exactly.
And then we'd have a beer or two, because at that point, you're still fucking up and around, And you wouldn't get home till like 6, dude. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Then you'd wake up and do it all over again.
I think the latest I ever got home was probably 5.
So your parents had early morning jobs, right?
Yeah, so they were always, they're early birds.
What did your parents do? I never asked.
So my mom and my stepdad are both in the grocery industry.
Oh, okay.
So my mom used to work for like Albertsons back in the day.
Right.
Like that's where she started. Actually, that's where they both started. That's where they met.
Oh, interesting.
And then
this is your stepdad you're talking about?
My stepdad.
Okay.
And then my stepdad went to Tom Thumb. My mom stayed with Albertsons. And then just later on,
both of those are Texas companies, right?
I believe so. I think so.
I'd never heard of an Albertsons or a Tom Thumb till I moved here.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then obviously they like ventured off to other things, and now they both work. My mom's HR for, I believe, Walmart. Like the neighborhood Walmarts.
An Arkansas company. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey.
And then my stepdad's a manager for neighborhood Walmart.
Oh, okay. Everybody ends up at fucking Walmart, dude. They have good shit going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
But
it fucked me whenever I was a cart pusher, though.
I think we all were You want to hear something funny?
What's up?
So my mom was a front-end manager at Albertsons back in the day, and my brother and his best friend Paul both worked for my mom.
Oh, nice.
And I guess I got caught, like, I don't know, something to do with sodas in the back, and
They're breaking into the soda machine or something?
No, it had to do something with like the pallets in the back. I don't know. It was a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it was like a long time ago whenever we were in high school. And my mom ended up having to fire my brother.
Damn.
My mom had to fire her own son.
Damn.
Yeah.
Probably felt good though.
Yeah. She's probably like, I see you too much at the house and at work. Like, we need some space here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go work at fucking Sonic, bro.
I think he ended up getting where did he used to work? I want to say it was like Palm Beach or something. I don't know.
What? So what does your brother do? You said is he a bartender up in Colorado?
He is not. He actually went to college. Well, I'm sorry. He went into the military, into the Navy, and then works for, I want to say Lockheed. He's jumped around from like business to business.
Yeah.
But possibly, I don't know. I do, but I feel like it's very high security, so I'd rather not say.
Okay, right on. Okay, yeah. Is he contracting for military stuff or what?
No, he opted out.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah.
So he's back civilian stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I'd rather keep it low key.
Yeah, we don't exactly know, so we shouldn't talk about it, kind of deal.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of know, but I don't want to like throw that out there.
Okay, we'll leave the brother alone.
Yeah.
So I think we left off with you at Bikinis. Did your stint with the booger sugar there for a second. And then, so after that, that's kind of when Boomers came around, I guess, right?
Yeah, so I went to Boomer Jacks, and then from there I went to 7th Street, and then from there I got into an administrating assistant job. And then
Where, or like administrative assistant, that's like you're typing shit in for somebody?
yeah, just like filing, like you're just an administrative assistant.
You do whatever they ask.
Yeah, pretty much. So I started doing that to kind of get away from like the bartending and all that stuff. And then I think, I don't know, I did administrative assistant for quite a while, and then I found myself doing leasing. I'm sorry. I was in a marketing job for a while, and then I went to the leasing.
Oh, right on. What was the marketing job?
I was at Manheim out in Dallas.
Anaheim, what is that?
It's a car auction.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were like doing like social media posts for them, or?
It just depends, because at the beginning, before COVID hit, we were doing like promos in the lane, and like I would be over a certain account, whether it be Nissan, BMW, whatever.
You're finding cars for the auctions, or what?
No, so I would just be calling my buyers to let them know about what sales are coming up.
Oh, dope.
And then whenever I would like arrange hotels for them, arrange Ubers for them, and then like arrange dinners for them, stuff like that. So for like the Highline sales, we would do dinners. And so different events, we would like do different things. And then we would do like promos like in the lanes, like where the car auctions would be, and do certain things like that.
Interesting. That sounds fun, though.
It was a lot of fun until COVID hit, and then I was just literally like calling people nonstop. I felt like a telemarketer.
Like people, they just don't come out to the auctions, or what?
I just feel like I was just calling all the buyers like consistently, like, hey, guess what this sale is?
Yeah.
Guess what this sale is? And like, we know. And I'm like, I know. We sent you an email, but we're also calling to bug you as well.
Yeah, just to make sure that you
just
know.
to make sure that you know, and they do.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
Like whenever COVID hit, it really got stagnant because we couldn't do all the promotional items that we wanted, and all like the in lane, like
you couldn't have people like
you couldn't be in contact with people.
Yeah.
So
you couldn't have people at an auction, basically.
Yeah. So everything for the longest while, it was weird because everything was like online. So there was like nobody in the auction when it was solely like everybody used to come to the auction.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's weird, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Have they taken that, do you know, or I don't know if you know, but have they taken that out of COVID and kind of went more on the online route?
Yeah. So they were trying to kind of do the whole online thing, but people still like to come in and see the cars.
Yeah, dude,
like, why would you not? That'd be like,
I'd much rather come and see it and then bid on it kind of deal.
that would be kind of like going to like, I don't know.
It's like buying clothes online, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of like, you know, doing the whole Carvana or, what's the other thing? CarMax. If you're just like looking online.
Mm-hmm. You're like, what's wrong with this car? Why is it at this price?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, I feel like I just burped just there.
You probably earned it.
But anyways, yeah, so went to bartending, then went to being an administrative assistant, found my marketing job because I was like kind of tired of being like a data entry person, I guess, and filing, and I was like, there has to be more.
Somebody else's bitch at that point kind of deal.
It's not even that. It's just like when you look at your life and you're an administrative assistant, just like filing papers, and you're sorry if anybody's out there that's an administrative assistant.
Yeah.
I just know that like that's just a stepping stone to
you had
something.
better aspirations, you know.
Yeah, like that's going to be something
you
better.
want to be in charge of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I just didn't want to be in that, you know, bartender.
Well, the bartending scene is a fucking revolving door. You can do that for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah, like that's why I pick up on the weekends. Sometimes when I had that, like I liked it.
Yeah.
And I still fall back to it because it's really good money to have if you can like get in somewhere that's going to work with your schedule and you can just like pick up on the fly.
Boomer Jack's so heavy right now because like they know what I do. They fucking do my schedule. If I ever need to ask off, they don't take my shifts away from me and shit like that. And like, I'm starting to do these NSOs for them, so I'm getting a little bit bigger in the company, but I don't have to fucking manage either at the same time. Like, I don't want to be a manager at all, but I love the NSO
so many
option.
People have said that.
Yeah, you don't want to do it, bro.
Why?
You take a huge pay cut. You have to deal with every shitty person. That's the only people you deal with. Like, you do table touches, you know, but your main job is to go put out fires for your dumbass people, you know?
Because I've heard so many people that have gotten have gotten that offer to them, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
Not in a million years.
I did management for a while. I did it for, 9-10 months or something like that, and, like, I immediately fucking... Well, I was also working for an idiot fucking GM who had no idea what the fuck he was doing. And I literally sat my owner down and was like, dude, this is what this dude is doing with your restaurant, and I am out of here. So I don't know how long it's going to take you to replace me, but I'm giving you 2 weeks to fucking figure it out. But if you need longer, I'll fucking do it, I guess. But, like, he was like, I mean, 2 weeks will fucking work, you know? And, like, it was so bad, dude. And so there's, like, I don't know if it was a meme or whatever the fuck, but it's, like, the like, system of the service industry is, like, you come in, maybe start either in the kitchen or as a server, then you go to server, then you go to bartender, then you go to management, and then you go back to bartender, and then you stay there. Because it's just, the money isn't there unless you're at like one of those high-end companies that'll pay you like 80,000.
I mean, would that be like a starter to get into somewhere bigger?
There's nowhere else to go. I mean, you could go into
like a bit like a more of like a 5-star restaurant instead.
Yeah, but then you're going to work even more hours. So you're working at 60,000 or like at the most. So whenever I did management, I was making 40,000 a year.
Yeah.
And I was working 60 hours a week, I want to say, probably. And that's not fucking worth it at all. And then my next step up would have been making 50 or 55 to work the same or more hours. And then whenever I went to, I actually helped open a restaurant, like last year, it was called Muchacho over in Southlake. And our bar manager quit, like right before the place opened. So I was working with Jeff, and he was like, "Hey, I need you to take this position for me." And I was like, "Dude, I'm only going to work this many hours. I'm only going to do this, this, and this, but I will do this for you. I'll make your orders, do all this stuff." And the owners were like, "Why is this dude not here every single day? Why is he not here for this many hours? Why is he not here for this?" And I was already working like 40 hours a week. And they were like, "Why is he not here every single day?" I was like, "Dude, fuck you. I'm like about to have a baby and all this stuff. And like, what do you want from me? I'm not like, that's not what the fuck I want to do."
Yeah.
And also, it was a shitty company. So like, it was not good. Fuck Muchacho, bro.
They are not a plug on this podcast.
Not at all. Even if you offered to fucking pay me to do the podcast, I'd probably take it, but fuck it, whatever.
You're like, no.
No, but I'll take your money because fuck you.
Yeah.
And I'll promote your overpriced bullshit margaritas and your bullshit food that's fantastic.
How much are their margaritas?
I think the cheapest one was like $12.
What the fuck is in it?
Regular tequila.
What the fuck are you paying for?
To be at that restaurant, basically, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
Well, I mean, it's a higher end tequila. You know, it's not anything crazy. You could sell that margarita for $8 easily and make a profit off of it. But they just thought they had the market, and they thought they had the stuff.
I thought we were talking about like, we're just gonna like throw some well vodka and like sell it for.
No, it was Osadilla tequila, I want to say, which is like a mid-grade tequila. You know, it's nothing crazy. It's like probably on the level of probably like Terramana or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, but $12 $12, and then God forbid you add a flavor, or like they had a fucking $30 margarita on there with a bottle, like the bottle of the tequila. I remember because I was doing the orders for it, was like $80. So like every margarita that they ordered off of that bottle, which would make, I want to say like 40, or like, no, it'd make like 20 or 30 margaritas from this thing, making it with a double. They'd make $30 off of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's intense.
It's intense, dude. So I think the rubric that they kind of go by whenever they go liquor sales is they want to make 4 times off of each bottle. Which, if, like, say you get a bottle,
you gotta make your money back somehow.
For sure, but you don't have to fucking do it that way, dude. Like,
I
you don't have to charge $30. You can get, like we do fucking Mr. Boston's vodka. We probably buy that bitch for like $6, dude. You charge a person $4.
Is that what your well is at?
Yep, Mr. Boston. Yeah.
I've never.
You've never asked, bro. Never once even cared, probably.
Is that what's up, Uberjacks?
Yeah, it's Mr. Boston.
I've never asked what the well is.
Mr. Boston, bro. Yep. So they buy that, like, whenever you buy it wholesale, like, you can go in the fucking store and get a bottle of that for like $8 or $9, bro.
I'm pretty sure you could.
Yeah.
It sounds
so
cheap.
They buy it in wholesale for like $6 or $7, and then they charge each shot of it for $4.
Yeah.
So
it's
they're
almost
making
as
hand
bad.
over fist on that bitch, bro.
I'm trying to think of the name of the tequila.
The vodka?
The vodka.
Burnett's?
Yes.
Yes, dude. How did I fucking know?
You already know where I was going.
Yes, dude, the worst vodka that you could possibly think of? Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because you already know who buys it.
I used to. Fuck it, dude. Yeah.
Oh.
I used to be a badass little kid, dude.
That was...
We'd make some thick Kool-Aid, put that bitch in there.
Can I say something? I'm sorry, Chris, but he still drinks that.
I know he does, dude. That's why he's so crazy, bro.
He's not.
No, he's really not, dude. Yeah. I love that dude. He's such a fucking sweetheart, dude.
Yeah.
And like a straight up, like, hopeless romantic, dude. I just think, I don't know. I don't want to get into it on the pod. But,
yeah.
I mean, it just seems like two people with different mindsets kind of deal, you know?
We won't get into it.
Yeah.
But he does still drink
Burnett's vodka. Yes.
And everybody makes fun of him for it. They're like, dude, you were drinking that whenever you were like a lifeguard at Hurricane Harbor. And he's like, it's the one thing I know that stays consistent.
Consistently fucking awful, probably, yeah.
I mean,
just give that dude a bottle of Tito's, bro. Fuck that, dude. No, I remember. So we were drinking. I went on a business trip whenever I was working for a company in Little Rock, and we were selling AT&T door to door. And we went to Fayetteville for a business trip.
Wait, who did you used to work for?
It was called Army Incorporated. It was one of those door to door AT&T sales companies or whatever.
I only asked because I was an administrative assistant for one of those.
I remember our administrative assistant.
Oh, it wasn't me.
It wasn't you, no.
Okay. No, so it was.
She was based out of Little Rock.
Well, we were based out of DFW, and they just used to go to like Best Buy and like these stores.
Oh, so you guys were the. We did the door to door side of it. There's the commercial side of it too, where you go into stores and you set up a booth. There's two different sides of it. But we were doing the door-to-door side of it, and we went on this business trip to Fayetteville, and we got an Airbnb over there, and like we're chilling, we decided we were going to play Monopoly, but we were going to play Vodka Monopoly.
What is that?
It's where if you land on a railroad, you have to take a shot. If you pass go, you have to take a shot. If you buy property, I want to say you have to take a shot.
So you're just getting fucked up.
You're basically getting fucked up playing Monopoly. But so I had brought a bottle of Heaven Hill vodka with me, and we played like the first half of the game with this Heaven Hill, and we drank the whole fucking bottle.
There were
like 4 dudes.
First of all, can we talk about the name? Heaven Hill?
Heaven Hill, dude.
What was this, like $5 back in the day?
Dude, I think I got it for like $6.99 or some shit. But
with taxes.
yes, dude, yeah.
It was $5, but plus the tax in Arkansas, you know,
Hey,
it was
I was broke as shit. I was selling AT&T door to door, bro. What did you expect from me? But so we're doing this, and about halfway through, we finished the bottle, and somebody's like, "Hey, I think I have a bottle of Tito's out in the car." And dude, after drinking Heaven Hill all night, somebody brings in a bottle of Tito's. God,
game
it's like
changer.
Water, bro. Oh, it's so good, dude.
It's a game changer.
Oh my God, I remember I was just drinking it straight at that point. I was like, fuck this, dude. This is good shit. Yeah, not even the best vodka. I mean, it's great. As far as vodka goes.
Yeah. I will have to steal this story from Chris. So he had a girlfriend back in the day, and she was like, I only drink like Grey Goose. I only drink like the, finest vodkas. And he was like, just try Burnett's. Just try it.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit. Yeah.
It's just vodka's made out of potatoes. It's all the same. Whether...
Depends on how many times you distill it, I suppose.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Like, doesn't matter.
This Deep Ellum vodka is distilled 10 times.
Plug.
Says it right on the label somewhere.
Yeah, it's based out of Deep Ellum, Dallas. Very crisp taste.
Very crisp taste. It goes very well with Topo Chico.
Yes. Or water.
Or water.
Or club soda.
Yeah, you throw a little bit of lime in that bitch, it's over with.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a cup.
I actually have a pretty, crisp, I have a pretty good drunk going on right now. You drink some bad vodka, like some really bad vodka, though, I feel like you get a weird drunk off of it, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, but at the same time, I'm thinking more of like when you're drinking bad whiskey, or if you're drinking bad tequila.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, you drink bad tequila. You drink some Cuervo, you're having a bad night.
Well, I just found out that I've been drinking Bob's vodka. What is it?
Bob Boston.
Bob Boston.
Mr. Boston.
Just found out that I've been
Mr. Robert Boston.
Yeah, just been Mr. Bob.
No, his name's Richard. That's Dick Boston.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, back to my original story. Chris had this girlfriend, and she was like, "Oh,
Cheers to that lady.
I'm only gonna drink two, Grey Goose,
Grey Goose, or Kettle One,
and I'm over here
or
like
Sky, or whatever the fuck.
Over here like I'm drinking Bob's vodka, so I don't care.
Yeah.
That's where my standards are at, apparently.
Well, you're drinking vodka, you know.
Like, all vodka tastes the same.
Yes, dude.
And so he was like, just try my Barnett's, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm not buying you Grey Goose. Like, I'm not spending that kind of money.
You know what? Props to you, Chris, for fucking
there you go.
Sticking by it, bro.
Yeah, since, Hurricane Harbor days.
Yeah.
So anyways, I guess she had a empty Grey Goose or whatever it was. And he put the Barnett's in the Grey Goose bottle or whatever high-end vodka she had. And she was like, yeah, this is way better. And he was like, bitch, it's fucking Barnett's.
It's fucking Burnett's, you dumb bitch.
Is it Barnett's or Burnett's?
Burnett's, like B-U-R-N-E-T-T.
I've been saying it wrong this entire time.
Oh, my God. No, I had a similar thing. I had a buddy, he showed up to our prom party in high school at my house, of course. But he brought a bottle of Hennessy.
Ew.
It was a little flask of Hennessy, right? And so whenever he finished the Hennessy, or when he didn't finish the Hennessy, somebody finished it out. And they're like, hey, let's put some other shit in here so he doesn't know that he finished it. So he put Kentucky Deluxe in that bitch.
That's like a huge difference.
You would think so, but he was drinking it, and he was like, dude, this Henny's so fucking good.
How drunk was he?
He was pretty schmammered at that point.
I was going to say.
That was my boy Dexter fucking Barton. We fucking pulled that bitch on you, bro. And he was talking about it all night, talking about how good his Hennessy was. They're like, bitch, that's been fucking KD for the last, 2 hours, bro. We just kept refilling it, too. We were like, we'll give you more. I don't give a shit, dude.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference.
I guess he just thought it was just a flask of Hennessy, and he just thought it lasted forever, I guess.
Well, I guess when you're that far gone,
Yeah,
you
I don't know what he was thinking, bro.
You just don't remember. You just don't know.
Yeah, but he drank the shit out of that KD, which is straight up like rot gut. That's whenever I'm talking about when I was talking about like the difference between a good whiskey versus a bad whiskey.
Yeah.
When it comes to vodka, it's all basically the same shit.
Yeah.
But whenever it comes to whiskey, because it's colored and flavored and all that stuff, you're adding stuff in. With vodka, it's clear. It has no fucking flavor, no matter what you get. Same thing with tequila. That's actually why I typically fuck with tequila.
Well, it depends. Like, do you do reposado? Do you do blanco?
Now, yeah, that's a good question. Now, when it says gold on the label, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's like Jose Cuervo Gold,
yeah.
that means they added some shit in there because it's not supposed to be like that.
I normally only do silver.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do a tequila shot, straight silver all day.
Now, I do like a good reposado. I do like a good añejo, but it has to be a certain company if I'm gonna do that, because the silver is better for you, actually, literally better for you because it's from an agave plant. And it's whenever they start adding stuff in is your problem. So whenever you get like Jose Cuervo, they've added flavor, they've added sugar, they've added all this stuff. So that's why you wake up with a hangover. Tequila, in its purest form, won't give you a hangover like at all. That's like if you do cocaine from Colombia or wherever the fuck it is, you're going to have the best time and you're not going to feel bad at all. At all. Because cocaine really isn't that bad for you. It's once it's stepped on and fucked with, it's really fucking bad for you.
Yeah, there's actually a documentary that...
Don't do fucking coke, guys.
No, I'm saying there's a documentary that like tells you that goes into details about like
the cocaine trade.
And how it gets over here and how many times it gets stomped on and what it's mixed with. And there's like a new thing that they're mixing it with. I forgot what it's called, but
fentanyl.
Yeah. And it's pretty much like,
which is fucked because it's the total opposite.
And like, I've heard like the size of a penny with fentanyl. If it,
it's
like,
the size
could kill
of
you.
It's like the size of a pin.
Like, well, it's a very small amount.
2 milligrams, I think it was. I saw on a commercial recently, is a fatal dose. Or a lethal dose.
And I saw recently on TikTok that there was like a cop and she got it like accidentally blown in her face and she was in like cardiac arrest, like on the side of the street. Yeah, dude,
that shit's fucking awful for you, dude. Yeah.
Like, and there's people like nowadays, like if you go to the store and you see like $1 bill like on the ground, don't pick it up because it'll have like fentanyl in it.
Well, that's what they used to say about money was it all had coke on it, and now it's fentanyl.
Yeah, which is like highly deadly.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
Like if I see $1, I'm like, okay.
Well, they put it in everything because it has so many different properties because it's like the strongest opiate. It's a horse tranquilizer.
I know.
And so what they do is they put it into all the stuff, like they put it in like oxys, fucking hydros, all this stuff because it has the same effects and they only have to use this much, And so they put it in there. It'll have the same effect, but this is a fucking guy in his basement crushing up pills, throwing fentanyl into it, mixing it up, and then putting it back into pills. So he doesn't know how much is in each one.
Yeah, so like in this documentary that I saw, it was like his face was like blacked out or whatever because they did it, and his voice was like deeper.
Yeah.
To like make him unknown,
anonymous.
Yeah, and he was like giving us all the tea on how many like times like they mix it and stomp it and
Jesus, dude. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Well, the thing with whenever it comes to coke, so before what they would do was they would put like B12 or they'd put like baby laxatives was the big one in it.
Because, yeah, that's what he said. He said we would mix it with like baby laxative and...
Because whenever you take coke, more often than not, you gotta take a poop. Because it blows out your system. Because because it's a stimulant of some sort, it ramps up your digestive cycle. And so you gotta poop. You know what I mean? So whenever they put the baby laxative in there, and they're like, "Oh, it's working because I got to go poop now." Yeah, because you took it straight to the fucking brain, dude.
I'm gonna keep my friend anonymous. I'm sorry if you see this.
I hope you do.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm not gonna. Oh, that's gonna have to be off camera. It's
Okay,
so
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so bad.
Oh no!
It's so bad.
She shit her pants. She shit her pants, didn't she? She definitely did. No, she shit on somebody.
No,
She shit her pants. Yeah, she did, dude. That's like you wake up in the morning, you smoke a cigarette, you drink some coffee, you're gonna have to take a poop.
what?
Wake up, you do a line of coke, you're gonna have to take a poop. Tell me I'm wrong. She's gonna sip her tea.
I heard it from a friend of a friend of a friend. It was funny. It was several years ago
Right.
when we were very, very
She's never
young
gonna
and
hear
stupid.
this, by the way. Yeah.
I hope she doesn't. But yes.
She pooped her pants. It happens, dude. Everybody poops. I read a book whenever I was a kid. It's called Everybody Poops.
What?
Yes, dude. Yeah, there's a little children's book called Everybody Poops.
Everybody poops?
Yeah. It's a really cute little book, dude. Yeah.
Does it help you potty train?
I don't know, actually.
I think that would be the logic of the
Sounds
book.
it sounds like a logic of the book, yeah. But I don't know, that's not what I got from it. All I know now is everybody poops.
I mean, everybody does. If you don't poop,
Yeah, Kim Jong. Fucking chill out, bro. You have a butthole, dude.
Kim Jong, what?
Kim Jong
He
Un.
doesn't believe in pooping?
No, you didn't hear about that?
No.
No, he said that he didn't have a butthole.
What?
Kim Jong Un? Yeah, he said he didn't have a butthole and he just burned off all the energy while he worked so hard all the time.
I'm sorry. He said he doesn't have a butthole?
Doesn't have a butthole.
Was this on like Fox News or something?
Something like that, but it was also in that movie, The Interview. Have you ever seen that?
Okay, so you're basing it off of a movie?
No, that was something that actually happened.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, but they made a parody of it in the show. But yeah, no,
Okay.
it was like one of those one of those lore things that they created around him.
Okay, so he made the comment like previously, and they just made like an intro to that comment in the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fucking ridiculous.
That's weird. How do you
That's
not know?
weird.
How do you...
I mean, I read the book when I was a kid. Everybody poops, dude.
Wait, so you read it as a kid?
Yeah. It was a
Oh.
little book. It was like 10 pages. It was dope as fuck. Yeah. I recommend it. Everybody go read Everybody Poops by... Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Everybody Poops.
You're gonna get some weird shit.
My FBI agent's like, what the fuck, bro?
You're gonna get some weird shit.
Everybody Poops. Turtleback Binding Edition. What the fuck?
I told you you were gonna get some weird websites.
Oh, wow.
You should have Googled like kids book. Everybody poops.
Yeah. Probably.
You should have just went full force into it.
The author is Terogami. I think this is the right book. I don't know. There was a
sounds
couple
like
of them,
what's the thing?
Oh, damn it. Where you fold paper. It's
Something Gami.
yeah.
But what was it? Tamagami.
No, we're thinking Tamagotchi.
I said Tamagani.
Origami.
Origami.
Yes,
there we go.
dude.
Remember the thing back in the day?
Oh, the little Foursquare thing.
And it was like you picked a number and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes,
and there was
then
a color.
It told you who you were in love with or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
It told you your
that's
future.
A deep cut, dude. That's a deep cut right there, bro. And you'd fold up the little pieces on the inside, and it would tell you some shit.
So it first it had a number, and you would do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it was like pick another number, and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
pick a color,
or something like that, and then you would like flip it open, and it was like you will be poor and living on the side of the road at 20 years old. And I'm like, damn, my life sucks.
Damn, my life sucks. No, ours was always like your crush is what it was. It would be people's names on the inside.
What was the other one where it was like house, mansion?
Oh, dude, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
It was
wow. That's a deep cut right there, bro.
It was like house, mansion.
So it was the same thing, but it was like you picked
but it was
a
like
number and
letters.
then it would tell you if you made this amount of money, and then if you lived in a mansion, and then if you had this person, or
if you were poor.
Yeah.
It pretty much told you your future.
Yeah.
I feel like mine's
Probably lied.
I think mine lied. Because it said like house, mansion, maybe like a trailer. I don't know. What was it?
I don't know. There's got to be 4 though.
But it was H for house, M for mansion,
T for trailer.
No, I don't think it was trailer. I think it was like homeless. I think it was poor.
All I
P
know
for
right
poor.
now is that I got a P. That's all I know.
But anyways, do you remember that game?
Yes,
back in the day.
Yeah.
And then like you pick the numbers and all that shit, and then it was like, oh, you have a house or you have a mansion, and you're poor, and you have this amount of money, and you're gonna have 4 kids, and I'm like, awesome. How am I gonna afford the 4 kids living in a mansion
when I'm poor?
mansion.
What the fuck is going on here? This doesn't make any sense, dude. We were kids, man. We were kids. All right. Well, I have to pee, so we're gonna take a break real quick.
All right.
Then we'll come back and we'll do probably like a little outro, dude.
Yeah.
Just kind of hang out for a minute.
It's been a fun time.
You've had a good time?
Yeah.
Cheers to that, dude.
Cheers.
Dude, our fucking clinks are on point.
They are. You're kind of aggressive.
I mean, fuck it. All right, bye guys. We'll be back. All right, and we're back. So, I think we kind of got through. So, you're leasing agent now.
Yeah.
And so you've been in a pretty long-term relationship for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I kind of want to just talk about like what the future kind of holds for you at this point, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
If I had a crystal ball, I wish I could see.
One of those magic 8 balls?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it would tell you what the fuck to do.
We just like shook it, and then it was like,
it would say, I don't know.
Yeah. I would probably get that, I don't know, shake again type of thing.
But so you're happy? Are you pretty happy with your job right now and stuff?
So happy with my job. Like, I'm killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, basically how it works is like every time you get a lease, like you get commission off the lease. And then like we're not even in our busy season, and we're like really busy right now. So I'm like I'm scared to see what our busy season has.
Wait, what's busy season for a leasing company?
Technically in conventional busy season is going to be
March through June?
End of March going into April, summertime, kind of like spring into summer, because you have like spring break where everybody wants to like move during the break.
Yeah.
Or you have summertime where it's easier for kids to like adjust to new school.
Right on. Okay.
Things like that. Okay. So yeah, normally it's like end of March towards.
It's kind of perfect for us because we move out at the end of March.
Yeah, so you guys are going to be hitting it on the head.
Yeah, because Kristen, we were looking at houses, like we've been looking at houses over the last couple of months, and like she was like, dude, so many houses just like popped up, and I'm like, dude, that's like we moved in here in March, you know.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense. I feel like it's the busy season for that, you know.
It is. It just all depends on like the market where you guys are wanting to look type of situation. But I feel like the market's all going to be the same.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be fine.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. You guys
and
have
then at the
nothing to
very
worry.
least, you could get us a good deal if we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come over to Las Colinas. I got
Like
y'all.
half price or so?
No.
No, right on. Okay. Yeah. 3/4?
No.
$100 off. Fuck it.
I wish we ran like offers like that, but we
You
don't.
don't have to, is the thing.
I mean, because it sells.
Yeah, that's
So
exactly
why?
right. Yeah.
So why should we?
Like, fuck it, they'll pay it.
And they
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
So it's like, why?
We're not hurting for nothing.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would we? Why would we like do like offers where it's like first 2 months free
Yeah.
when people are paying the prices?
They don't give a fuck. They'll
They-
do it anyways.
They really don't. I'm like,
So
I really
crazy.
want to know what these people do because it's like,
Dude,
how are
I
y'all
wonder that all the
affording?
time. So I think that a lot whenever I'm bartending. I'm like, how the fuck are you in here every day? And I ask a lot of people. A lot of them either work from home, they're like salespeople, stuff like that, or like some kind of crazy thing where they make like 150 a year, just fucking, you know. They don't really have to be at work, so they come to the bar and like they're hanging out like during their lunch hour, quote unquote. So they'll just spend like an hour or two there and like.
So they're drinking on their lunch break?
Definitely. All the time. No. Yes. Yeah, they are. Yeah. All of them. Yeah. Every single one
Yeah.
of them.
Let's not lie.
Yeah.
They definitely are.
It's like the boss lady, dude. The fucking,
the
I don't know
boss
if I should
lady.
say it. She owns Boss Lady Cars. I guess it's like a used car dealership that she owns. And like she'll come in, she'll have like 2 or 3 Crown and Cokes, and then she'll fucking tip you like $20 and like fucking leave. And you'll see her, you know, like once a month or so.
Yeah.
And like it's always because she's cool as fuck. And she told us one time she was trying to write a book about her ex and stuff, and like I was writing a book at the time, so I talked to her about it and stuff, and like, dude, she's just cool, man. But she comes in, she has a couple of drinks, she owns her own business, so she fucking comes in, has a couple of drinks, and goes back to work.
I was told, before you told me that she owned her own business, I was like, she's totally getting fired after this podcast. Like, she's drinking on her lunch breaks, like, totally getting fired.
And so that's another thing about like a lot of the regulars is like they're like people that own property and like they lease it to people and like stuff like that. So they don't have to go to work, you know, technically. No. So they're just fucking in there.
They get that revenue.
Yeah, they're just spending the money that they make.
Yeah.
And it's fucking weird, bro. You have to be, it takes money to make money kind of deal at that point, you know?
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
You have to own the property to make the money off the property.
And how good is the property?
Well, the one guy that I know of, he owns property right around AT&T Stadium that he's owned for 20 plus years. So he just runs like, he has people pay to park there and shit like that. So he does pretty well.
Yeah.
And he pays for like warehouses. He has warehouses there and like people pay to like store stuff there for the game, I guess. I don't know, or something like that. But
yeah.
Yeah, so he does pretty well.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I heard a crazy story the other night while I was hanging out with some friends of mine.
Right. No names.
No names. But it was like a bar regular and kind of like piggybacking off of like my dad passing away and your dad passing away. This guy was, I don't know how we got on the subject of this, but it was just like kind of like off the wall, kind of like crazy to me. He said that he had died like 4 times.
What?
Yeah. And then he said, and keep in mind, I don't know if he was drunk or
Yeah, just talking shit maybe,
or high or whatever the case may be, but he's definitely said that like he had died 4 times, and so like my friend was like, I'm kind of curious about this, like what happened, like did you see a light, like did you
Wait, so he actually died, or like he said that he died and like used it for business purposes, or he actually
no, like apparently he actually died,
got resuscitated
for like 7 minutes, and that's where I was like,
4 times?
apparently,
Bitch,
like,
you should be dead, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, this is, like, such a crazy story to
Get
me.
struck by lightning or something? What the fuck?
No. Wasn't that lucky.
Or unlucky, maybe.
Well, I mean, like, if you get struck by lightning, like, apparently, like, that's
a one in a whatever the fuck.
It's like 1 in a million.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you don't.
You don't just get struck by lightning.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. So, basically, he was saying that he died, like, 4 times. I guess he had some issues as, like, a child, and at this particular time, he was dead for, like, 7 minutes. And the reason why, like, I don't believe this is because every second, and thanks to Chris, shout out to you, because he was lifeguard of the year.
Every minute that your
brain loses oxygen, like, every second counts.
Your cells die.
Yeah. So 7 minutes is a very long time.
Very long time, unless you're on ice at the time, I guess.
He said that, like, he was in an operating room.
Is this dude brain dead?
That's what he was saying. He said he was committed. He was, like, committed dead.
No, I mean, like, is he brain dead now?
No, that's what I'm saying. He has no symptoms of anything. So that's why I'm like, if you were committed dead for 7 minutes, you would literally, like, declared dead for 7 minutes. Like, you would literally have, like, kind of like a stroke victim type of situation where you have, like, issues. You
have loss of function of something.
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing. But he did say, so a buddy of mine was like, okay, I'm interested. I want to know.
Yeah. I'll fucking see what you're talking about. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Let's hear what you have to say. What was on the other side? Like, if you were dead.
7 minutes, you can walk through heaven one good time, probably.
Yeah. So apparently he said that he died for 7 minutes, and then he was like a kid at this point, and like he was flying, and he was like, he just knew, like, he just thought it was really cool that he was flying. And he was like, oh, I'm flying. I want to go see the dark side of the moon. Like, I want to go see what's on the other side of the moon.
Uh-huh. And he did?
So he went to apparently he went to the other side of the moon. He said on the other side.
7 minutes.
And he said on the other side of the moon, there was like this bright star that he kept going towards. And the star just kept getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And then
the light that you're not supposed to go into?
Oh, apparently. Like, don't go towards the light.
Don't go towards the light. That's the light.
Yeah. And then he said that he, like, saw this guy there. It wasn't Jesus. It wasn't God. It wasn't, like, anybody that, like,
that we know. Yeah.
That we know. Like, obviously, long-haired robe. That's Jesus.
Yeah.
With the flip-flops and everything.
Yeah. The Jesus shoes.
Yeah. And
typical, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, no, I didn't see him. So
saw like a weird alien.
He just saw like this guy standing there, and he just said, it's not your time. And he like shoved him back, and he started going back towards Earth. And then later on in life, I guess, like, he was talking to his dad, and apparently it was his like great grandfather that he's never met, that who passed away from like before he was born, told him to go back. And I was just like, I don't know if I believe this.
I believe that more than common religion, honestly.
I mean, like,
interesting.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting too. I was like, I mean, I guess.
Can you get this guy on the podcast for me? I'd love to talk to this guy.
I mean,
whoa, that's a trip, dude.
He does frequent at a certain bar that we go to. So.
Yeah, right on. Okay, yeah, send him my way. But I actually was recently asked on the podcast, like, what my belief in God was, and it's like, my belief is like, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So, like, to put a name or any kind of attributes on the God that we should not understand doesn't make sense to me.
So you just believe that like there is a higher power.
There's something.
There's something.
Something literally built. So I look at it as like a clock, or like, you know, like back in the day whenever they made clocks with all these crazy gears and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And like they set this bitch in motion, and they were like, oh shit, this is actually doing something. You know what I mean? And then they went on to do everything else that they do. You know, so they're like, oh, this thing's running over here, I'm going to go do my regular stuff. You know, so like we honestly don't matter to what it is. And we don't understand what it is because we only understand what's happening within our certain gear of this certain clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could totally believe that. Like, I know, like, there's, like, a higher power of some sort, but, I mean, how do we know, like, there's just, like, this one God? Because every religion has its own God. Like, you know, Chinese believe in Buddha, and there's
Buddha, our God, Muhammad,
exactly.
all that stuff.
Like, there's so many different things. So it's like...
But it's like, and that was one of the consensuses that we went to whenever I was talking to Kanan last week. Mm-hmm. And it was like, you're not wrong, but you're not 100% right.
Like, everybody can believe in what they believe in. Yeah. Like, there's no wrong.
So when you believe in what you believe in, and then there's a higher truth that you find, you shouldn't shun it away. You should add it into what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy was telling me this like crazy ass story, and I was just like, I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah, it's like I would like to do more research, but I don't know how. What the fuck? Like what?
I don't know. Just the fact that he was like, I wanted to go see the Dark Side of the Moon. I'm like, yeah, that's a Pink Floyd album.
Literally.
And, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Real original guy.
Yeah. And then
Did you read this in a book or something? Like,
right?
The guy?
Like, I don't know. And then he was like, I just went towards like the bright star. And I'm like,
so the tunnel of light that you're not supposed to go into, right? Okay.
But then he said something along the lines like that later on in life, the person that told him to turn back around and go back
was his great-grandfather.
Was like his great-grandfather who passed away before he was even born.
Which brings in a whole different idea of like reincarnation, maybe?
I don't know.
Or maybe our ancestors really do fucking mean something, you know?
Yeah.
Mulan was right.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Disney fucking got it, bro.
But there's also that whole thing where there's ghosts and they don't go to the afterlife.
Unfinished business of some sort.
Yeah, so it's like
their grandfather told them it wasn't their time either. But they didn't have a body to go back to. That's so fucked up, dude.
That is so fucked up.
They went back and they're like, what the fuck? You already cremated me? No.
Damn. I was too late.
Like, how do I go back now?
You don't.
Then they end up back on... Dude, we just figured it out.
Oh my God, we did.
Holy shit.
Did we? Did we just crack the code?
Maybe. We figured something out.
Maybe that's why there are ghosts and like they can't go into the afterlife.
Their body's too fucked to go back to. So they're like, I have to figure it out sometime, like somehow in this afterlife. I have
because
to
what
affect
if you...
as many people as I can, so I have to like start pushing furniture around and shit. You know?
No, I have a buddy that his apartment was haunted, and he said, I'm so sorry. He said he was laying on the I don't know why I found this so funny. He said he put his phone on the charger, and his phone, the ghost threw the phone at his face.
What the fuck? I'm imagining a guy. Have you ever been laying in your bed? You're like on your phone, and then you like drop your phone.
Absolutely.
You drop your phone on your face. That shit sucks. By the way, yeah. No, I grew up in like a for real haunted house. By the way.
Okay, no, it just the way he was telling me, he was like, "I put that bitch on a charger," and it
flew across the room and hit me in my face.
And he said he got up. He was like mad, like he was about to.
He was about to fight whoever it is.
To fight
Who the
this
fuck
ghost
just threw my phone at me? And
Okay.
ain't nobody there.
So he said that he put his phone on the charger, and it was like at its like
as far as it would
as
go.
far as it would go, like it was at its like extension or whatever.
Yeah,
and he said he was dead ass asleep. I don't know why I think this is so funny. I think because I can picture his face and it just like getting a
him
phone.
hopping up trying to fight somebody too. That's fucking goofy, bro.
And so he said, all I remember is like the phone coming at me because he heard something and he woke up and he just sees the phone coming at him and it like hits him in the face and he stands up like he was about to like beat somebody's ass.
Yeah,
and I'm like, who are you about to beat up? Because there ain't nobody there.
Yes, dude.
But he said that there was some like weird shit that was going on in his apartment where like the cabinets were like rattling all the time. Like where like they were like rattling all the time, and he said his friend was like that who I guess is like I guess not like a
medium of some
not
sort.
a medium, that's not what I was gonna say. Maybe a medium, but like not a psychiatrist. A psychic. Yeah, not a psychiatrist.
Yeah, definitely not a psychiatrist.
Maybe after the phone getting thrown at him, he might see.
You should definitely go see a psychiatrist.
Hey,
if you try and fight a ghost, you should probably go see somebody. Yeah.
But he said
maybe a psychic, maybe a psychiatrist. I don't know.
But a psychic said that you just got to call it out by its name and be like, fucking stop. Mm-hmm. Like, leave me alone. I'm not about this shit.
Yeah. No, I feel like that might actually be true.
And like put them in their place.
Yeah. That could be true.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because so we had whenever I was growing up, we lived in my my grandpa's house in Mina, and so the house the top half of it had burned down, and I think a couple of people had died in that fire. And so we would be walking around the house, like you'd wake up in the morning, you'd walk past, so there was like the kitchen with like a little bar over the top, and then you'd see like the dining room over there. And we had like a couch in there and stuff, and like even in like the living room, you'd see like whenever you'd walk by, you'd only ever see him like out of the corner of your eye, or like you'd look at him and then he'd kind of just be gone, you know.
Wait, look at who?
It was just an old man that would just be sitting there. He was never.
That's so creepy.
He never did anything. He was always cool. There was nothing wrong. Like
because he was old.
He wasn't fucking with anybody. Like there was nothing weird. He was just there. And so like you just kind of walk by and like you didn't want to look at him because like we were kids. We're just like, there's a fucking ghost right there. Like you don't want to fucking look at him. And so like I think if we would have just said his name and been like, you need to be gone, I think he might have left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was... Okay,
but we didn't know his name.
Damn.
Yeah.
So there was this house. So there was like our street, and then there was like a private drive like next door to our street that went up to this like house.
Yeah.
And this girl used to live there. And me, Evan, and Anthony, and like all of my neighborhood kids would like always go and hang out with her.
Are those the twins you were talking about?
Yeah.
Earlier? Yeah.
And so we would always like go and hang out at her house or whatever. And I would like go through the night over there because we were like always friends.
Yeah.
But I didn't like staying at her house because I just heard stories of like it being haunted and this like baby, or not like I think it was a baby. I'm trying to remember because it was so long ago. But there was like some kind of ghost there. So like one night I stayed the night and she had two little sisters, and like the baby monitor was going off of somebody crying. So she was like, I gotta go check on my sisters. And she went in and then they were like sound asleep. But the baby monitor kept crying. So I was like, well, that's really fucking creepy.
Yeah, technology picks up weird shit, dude.
Yeah. And then the other time was we were like hanging out. I think we were waiting for her and her mom to get back from like the store or something. And so I was like swinging on the swing, and it was like this kind of like a Victorian house. So it had like a wraparound porch.
Yeah. Dope
and
as fuck.
yeah, it was like
that shit's dope. I miss those, man. Yeah.
And so
that's how ours was. Yeah.
So Evan and Anthony and my brother, they were all like looking in the window watching the Rangers game because the TV was on.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, well, while we're waiting, like, let's just watch like the Rangers game. And I was on the swing because it was like a
like a porch swing, or
it was, okay, so I would picture this, like an old Victorian house, wraparound porch, and then there was like a swing that hung from the tree.
Like a big-ass tree out front,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Sounds super creepy already.
It sounds super, like...
Conjuring kind of
yes,
thing.
Dude,
I know.
Yeah. It sounds like cliche almost.
I know, but
like,
it's not. And so...
Was it just a board with some fucking ropes on it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It was. I probably shouldn't have been swinging on it. It probably had, like, rot in it.
Well, no, somebody else had been swinging on it, dude.
Probably.
Dead girl or something.
So all I remember is I was going up onto the porch and Evan and Anthony started screaming and freaking out and they ran off the porch as I was like walking towards the porch and I was like, what the fuck is y'all's problem? Like, what the fuck? And they were like, we saw this woman in all white go across like the doorway because when you walked into the house, I'm trying to picture this the best I can for you. So you had this wraparound porch. And when you walked into the living room, you had like the living room there and you had like a set of stairs that went up like this.
Yeah.
And then you had like a doorway and then like another doorway. And then off was like the bedrooms. Okay. So she flew, I guess like she was in all white and she went past like one of the doorways.
Okay.
And they got like freaked out because nobody was at the house. We were waiting for Jasmine and like her mom to get back from wherever they were at. Mm-hmm. And I just remember them running off the porch and seeing whatever they saw in the house. And I was just like, I didn't see shit. Like, why are we running?
Yeah.
But if y'all are running, I'm running.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Like,
I'm about to get caught by that. Whatever.
Yeah. And then there was like one other time where in the farmhouse I was telling you about in Dalworthington Gardens, my cousin, he was babysitting us and he will swear till this day. He's like, I swear to God, like I saw what I saw, like it was super creepy. So I guess the landlord's wife like had passed away in the house. Uh-huh. And so like
she was still there.
Yeah. And so he was babysitting us one night and the phone rang and like how the living room was, it was like the living room, then you had the doorway to the kitchen and then like the doorway to the dining room and then you had like the sliding glass door to go out to the backyard and then the door to the garage.
Yeah.
And then in the living room you had the hallway that went to like the bedrooms. Yeah. And so he was like laying on the couch and the phone rings and in the first hall in like the first doorway, the phone was like on the wall right here, so you would have to like walk in and like grab it like this and be like, and it was just a dial tone. Not a lot of people know what dial tone was, but it was just like
dead. Yeah.
just dead.
Phone, yeah.
And so he ended up like putting the phone back on the hook and was like, what the fuck? And then he looked over at like the doorway that led to the dining room where the sliding glass door was and to lead to the backyard, and he said he just saw this white old lady figure go across the doorway.
Yeah.
He was like, after that, he was like, I never want to babysit there again.
Oh God, dude.
He was like, never again do I want to babysit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude. So this is some I'm gonna tell you this, and like I don't think I've ever said anything about this on the podcast, but back whenever I was in high school, me and my a buddy of mine, he figured out, so if you take a bunch of Benadryl, right?
Where are we going with this?
Okay,
you pass out hard.
No, if you fight that, if you take like 16 Benadryl.
Why would you take 16 Benadryl?
Because you trip nuts, bro. Trip balls, dude.
Is that like a Robitussin kind of thing?
No, it's way worse than that. It's diphenhydramine is what it's called.
Never heard of this in my life.
You should never do it. Absolutely would not recommend it because so you see weird stuff, man. You definitely do. It's like a sleep deprivation kind of deal.
Yeah.
So you just like see weird stuff. So like I had my buddy over and like I remember we did it and like I remember I stayed in the living room basically, like on like an off room there. And I remember watching somebody break in my window, beat the shit out of my friend, and then I turned around, turned back, and he was fine sitting on the couch.
I was going to say, is this like real life or is this just like you
it's
hallucinating?
something that you're fucking hallucinating.
Okay.
And then, so I remember we'd go, so I lived on a farm at the time, and like we'd fucking like walk out into the field, and like it would look like Avatar, like literally like the fucking, the plants would light up and like do all this crazy stuff, dude. But turns out it's a common thing with people that take too much Benadryl is they see a man in black. And it was a hooded figure in my sister's bedroom that when I walked by, I'm like literally getting like goosebumps right now. But I walked by, I saw him standing in there. He's just like a hooded figure looking at me. And like I just fucking like kept walking. I was like, holy fuck. And I saw him twice when I was on this shit.
I was going to say, it's probably just the Benadryl.
It absolutely is, but there was a meme recently, and it was something, it was on like one of those, like I follow a couple of like weird, like relapse pages or whatever the fuck, and it was like, I can't take Benadryl anymore because I owe the man in black money or some shit, and like, I was like, holy fuck, like that's a real thing. Like it's a real thing that people see. And then I looked in the comments, and like it was like real shit, dude.
Seriously?
Like, I've seen this fucking guy, dude. It's not okay. And dude.
I wonder what in people's heads.
What is the real part of it? You know,
like why is it so reoccurring with it? Because everybody
sees him.
Well, because from what I understand, like when you take shrooms or whatever, everybody has a different trip.
Yeah,
everybody.
Or like, say you take one of the big things about DMT is like the big, what do they call it? It's not the glass room. It's like it's a room that you go into. It's like a big, like giant room. Like you've seen Lord of the Rings. Oh,
I know,
dude.
I'm more of a Harry Potter fan.
Oh my God. He just fucking killed this whole thing right now.
I'm so
there's the room in fucking,
I think I know what you're talking.
Mines of Moria.
I think I know what you're talking
pillars,
about.
Like pillars. Like it's so huge and vast. Like you would never be able to even fucking look at the whole thing. And so they see that, but it's all light. You know, it's like pillars of light and like all these different colors, like just going in every direction. And so it's like if everybody sees that, and then most of the time when people do DMT, they see aliens, and so they think like there's like a connection somewhere in our brain when we do, which DMT is actually a naturally occurring thing in our brain.
I think I've heard
we're
of this
just connecting something that's already connected.
Yeah, I think I've heard of this
with a substance.
I think I've heard of this on a Netflix documentary.
Was it fuck. I know what you're talking about.
It had to do with like drugs in general, DMT, and they go into
what's his fucking name, dude? Hamilton.
I think so.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
But yeah, I think there was like a Netflix series, and they talk about like DMT. They talk about like all the drugs and how each one is like different, and the hallucinogens, and how it messes with like your mind. But they did mention like you already have DMT in like your DNA and in like your brain or whatever.
It's called Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia.
I think I did watch that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and they do talk about that where it's like you do have DMT, like this
within your brain,
your brain, or within your DNA, or
so
whatever it is.
From what I understand, it's the substance that's released whenever you die, though.
Oh,
yeah, and that's just my understanding of it. I think that's right.
Well,
and I don't know that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not anything.
That doesn't sound like a good time at all.
But would you like to experience it before you die? Figure out what the fuck's going on?
I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm not saying
scare
that's
me.
exactly what it is. That's not exactly what it is.
I don't know. That would scare me a little bit.
I don't know. And also, having said that, I personally haven't done DMT. I was super scared of it for a long time. And since I've been okay with it, I haven't had the opportunity to do DMT. But whenever I wasn't okay with it, I had so many opportunities to do DMT. It's what's fucked up.
Was this back in Arkansas?
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, DMs were everywhere, bro. They
Why
had 'em in
Arkansas?
Well, it's big here in Texas too, apparently. Yeah, my buddy had a DM's pen.
Okay, so what
DMT pen.
What is DMT? What is DMT?
DMT is it's a psychedelic.
But is it weed or is it like
No, not even close.
when he just had a pen?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was just like smoking it.
No, so you just take like a little hit. So it's like, do you know about ketamine?
I've heard of it. I'm not.
You don't know anything about ketamine?
No.
So ketamine is like the weed of psychedelics. So you can take a little bit, you'll trip a little bit. It's like if you like microdose mushrooms.
I was gonna say, is it like mushrooms or is it like when you do?
It's stronger than
edibles.
That, no, it's stronger than that. So it's like, you've done mushrooms? Yeah, or nay, or neither?
No, I don't think I've.
You would know if you've done mushrooms, by the way.
No.
You have not done mushrooms, no.
I mean, I've had friends that had done it around me, and it's been offered to me, but I don't think I ever took it.
Yeah. So no, you definitely have.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
You would know if you had. So microdosing mushrooms, what happens is you just get things turn more vivid. So they did a study where people that took they would microdose mushrooms,
Yeah.
then they would not, and the people with the microdose would be able to notice small patterns. They'd be able to notice the different textures. They'd be able to notice like smaller details of certain things. It just kind of heightens your perception of things.
Yeah.
Whereas ketamine does the same thing, but it's ramped up on a much higher level. So you're still getting kind of the same thing where you're just noticing things on a different level, but it's like you're seeing things in almost like a different dimension kind of deal.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Ketamine's weird. I've done it once, and...
Is that where you saw the black shadow guy?
No, that was diphenhydramine.
Oh,
that
sorry.
was a totally different situation. Yeah.
Getting all the drugs mixed up.
No. So, and I feel like that's the difference, because that was a pharmaceutical drug that I did, and I saw the Man in Black, and that's a pharmaceutical drug. So I feel like man made that guy, whereas nature made mushrooms and DMT, and they made fucking ketamine and all this stuff for us. And that's why I'm a huge advocate for it. Absolutely. I am, depending on your deal.
Yeah.
Completely. I'm not a doctor. I'm not anything like that. Nothing. I don't recommend it for you, but
You're like, I'm not a doctor.
I'm an advocate for it for me. We'll say, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll leave it at that.
There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think, yeah.
I think we're going to end it on that.
Yeah, we should probably end it on that note. All right, Lauren, are there any closing notes or anything that you would like to say to the people?
Not off the top of my head. No, I think we've talked about so much.
Yeah. All right, well, I would like to say a huge thank you to Deep Ellum Vodka.
Oh, and Fireball.
For not sponsoring the podcast yet, but we love you.
Yes.
Fireball for not sponsoring the podcast yet, but we love you.
And Topo Chico.
Topo Chico, because y'all have been around. Topo Chico.
Yeah.
Not Chica.
Not Chica.
Chica. It's very masculine, apparently. And then I always like to say a fucking thank you to Lady Kristen for fucking hanging out in there. She's got the baby hanging out for me. You know, and then honestly, I'm literally wearing the Roots Apothecary shirt right now because that's where Kristen works. And fucking dude, they have like literally changed her life and changed my life, dude.
I didn't even notice that, but I was like, it smells so good in here.
Yeah,
it smells like what did we talk about earlier? Eucalyptus. Yeah. It smells like
menthol is the other one that she always smells like.
Well, I came out and I was like, it smells like lavender or eucalyptus. It just smells so good in here.
So good. Kristen always comes home smelling so good. So what they do is they make these natural remedies. It's an apothecary. Now, technically, I don't know. I think there's something. Well, I won't even get into it. But so what they do is they make these natural remedies for your everyday ailments. Like, you don't have to take fucking pharmaceutical drugs for anything.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, you should be taking natural remedies for this stuff. Like, there's anti-inflammatory stuff. There's literally stuff that, dude, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a pharmacist. I don't work at an apothecary. But Roots, they fucking source everything like super naturally, as fair trade as humanly possible, and they make this stuff that, like, dude, it just makes you feel better. And so they're huge in like the adaptogens and like the different types of mushrooms. And so I drink this their cacao powder. So it's basically a coffee replacement. Like, have you ever heard of mud water?
Yeah.
So it's that, but it tastes better.
Oh.
Yeah.
So mud water doesn't taste good?
Not to me.
Okay.
Not particularly, no. But this stuff is made with cacao powder. So cacao is the natural chocolate.
Okay.
So chocolate with no sugar or anything like that. But it fucking tastes good as it is. That's why they made it into what it is.
There you go.
Yeah. So they take that, they do that, and then they put lion's mane, chaga mushrooms, so lion's mane mushroom, chaga mushrooms, a couple other things in there. I think ginseng, a couple other things for energy, and like, dude, it's just fantastic.
Sounds really good.
Yeah. But I'll get into that later on a different pod, and we might be fucking thinking about some sponsorships soon. I don't know.
Fireball.
Yeah. Fireball.
Deep Ellum.
Yes, dude.
Vodka.
Deep Ellum vodka and Topo Chico. Hit me up, bro.
Yeah.
Or send me a cease and desist, and I will shove it literally up my ass. All right, guys, we're out of here.